Welcome, Brawlhalla fans. We are finally getting into Championship Sunday, and I can hear myself, and that is horrible. Okay, no, we're getting into settled into Championship Sunday. We're getting ready to get into our first set, which is actually already underway. It's going to be Sandstorm and Muse. They are fighting right now, and we are going to get into that coverage here in just a second.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is definitely going to be an interesting one to watch for sure. I mean, we did get, not on stream earlier today, we got to see MarkyMoo versus Sandstorm, and Sandstorm just barely not able to clutch that one out there. So that's how Sandstorm ended up here. But Muse fighting Sandstorm right now, of course, on the Fate, Jae-yoon, he believes, got nerfed a little bit too hard. And because of that, you know, has gone back to his good old faithful Use from old. Or not Use, Fate from old. And so we're watching Sandstorm with these chakrams. I mean, kind of, we've seen a lot of the weapon this weekend, right? I mean, I think the general consensus, at least from a lot of the community, is that the weapon is insanely strong. But only time will tell if anyone's able to beat the new weapon on the block. But there we go, that's going to be a stock on, and now we have a tight battle between Sandstorm and Use.
Absolutely, Use has that scythe in hand. Gonna
go ahead and keep trying to get this damage, but we'll see whether or not it ends up carrying its way to victory here as Sandstorm once again getting these nairs, going to the recovery, and so far, I mean, decent damage all around. We got that side light, the true combo into the end light as well. You see at higher damage ranges, Sandstorm will often go for the true combo. That is the side light into the D light as well to push the people off stage, especially in the corner. It can lead to knockouts as well. But we'll see what's going to happen here. I mean, Muse looking for an opening, trying to get the end light. It's not going to work. Sandstorm with the falling nair. Two nairs now, trying to chain them together, but Muse not falling prey to that one.
No, he did not. Going to go over and get the orb in hand. Oh, immediately get the neutral sig from Sandstorm. Going to send Use way out to the right side. Caught him again with the side light. What else can he do? Big recovery up. Okay, Use gets the landing. Come down on off the orb. Whiffing off the nair. What can he do off of it? Staying out of the way of the side light from Sandstorm. The dare is going to go ahead and connect Muse with the Sair up in the air. Going to send Sandstorm all the way over. But no, he just keeps with the aggression going right back in the center stage.
Okay, let's see here. What's the answer going to be? Nice little kind of biding his time. Sandstorm looking for that weapon spawn. There it is on the left. Goes for the D-light recovery. It's not going to connect. And we see the nice setup from Muse with the side light into the neutral sig. That's the old Fateful, you know, throw a little pun in there. But absolutely going to go ahead and get that one back. Absolutely.
All right, Muse is going to come back in where he's looking for that weapon spawn. What can he find? Sandstorm going to reach up with those chakrams and then going to go ahead and put a two-piece on Muse there before he finally gets a scythe in hand.
Okay, let's see what's the answer going to be here again. That down air, trying to kind of buy some time. Gets a snag there. Muse has his dodge back. You can see Sandstorm backs off because of it. But we're still waiting to see. All right, end light, good string here. Tries to go for a read with the gravity cancel side light. It's not going to connect. Weapon throws from Muse, trying to break some space, but Sandstorm is so oppressive with these chakrams. These nair juggles are posing to be a pretty big problem to deal with.
Yeah, Muse is doing a really good job, though, contending with it. Compared to what we've seen so far this weekend, Muse is doing, especially not even being on the spear, but being able to work that scythe, do a good job, keeping things very even, but Sandstorm is starting to pull away just a little bit here as Muse gets that scythe on. There we go. There's a four-piece. Weapon throw to the face, back over to Orb, and now he's looking for that side light there.
Okay, yeah, just one more conversion here for either of these players. Sandstorm going for the recovery, a bit more of a safe option, but that one's not going to be the thing that gets the hit there. We have a Sair here as well, but maybe he'll be able to go ahead and get something here. Another recovery, it's not going to be enough. Looking for something, Use, biding some time, trying to get back down, throws out that orb Sair. It's not going to connect. Down light is not enough off of the side light, almost up to KO, but it sets up a great situation. Ooh. And the weapon throw from Muse, can Sandstorm make it back here? He's going to go ahead and use those down airs to kind of delay, but Muse does get the edge guard with that side light Sair.
Great game number one from Muse, especially, I mean, Sandstorm did a great job, just wasn't able to find those knockouts, especially there towards the end when he needed it. Muse was able to keep it going, get a good pace when it came to that scythe, and then swapping over to the orb to be able to find those knockouts. So it was absolutely great job by from him being able to contain and deal with those chakrams.
Yeah, no, I mean, absolutely. I think for a lot of the players right now, the question kind of sits on the how do we deal with this weapon, right? Like, it's new, it's fresh, they don't have a lot of matchup experience,
Right.
but they're doing everything in their power to kind of fight back. We're going right into game 2. We're on Demon Island here, so no change of scenery, but we will figure out whether or not Sandstorm's able to clap back here. I mean, Muse making it work with the scythe, and seemingly MarkyMoo has been able to do the same thing as well.
Absolutely. Muse trying to find his way back up on stage. Oh, very nice edge guard from Sandstorm there, being able to put the pressure on Muse. Muse looks like he's desperately trying to get over to that scythe to be able to get that, be able to take that aerial control. Oh, but no, Sandstorm being an unbreakable wall between Muse and that spawn. Oh.
All right, well, that works out, right? He's able to queue up another pair of chakrams, so now we know on the next stock if he ends up losing this one. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, he kind of messed that one up there. And I guess that's still a true combo, right? But he gets it off a slide-off side light, so he has to go for the gravity cancel delay, and I don't know, maybe the added frames there might make it a little bit harder.
Oh, nice side sig from Sandstorm. Oh, no recovery, coming back up on stage. Decided to play it safe. Muse is going to catch him with a Sair, send him back over to the left side of the stage. Another Sair from Muse, going to disarm Sandstorm, and now we are back. Well, go ahead and toss the weapon. Orb in hand. Sidelight Sair could end this first stock of Sandstorm.
Only time will tell here. Used once again with the sidelight and sig conversion there. Kind of a check on Sandstorm. I don't believe I saw a Sandstorm dodge there, but it is really fast, admittedly. And a lot of the times you're so used to getting hit by sidelight Sair from Orb, you're not even really pressing that dodge button. And so we'll see Used with a skillful recovery, burning that gravity cancel side sig to get a lot of horizontal distance. And it's not going to matter for too much longer, though. Sandstorm finding the KO off the top.
Yeah, looking very, very even as we get into stocks number 2 for both these players. Sandstorm 3-piece, 4-piece, 5-piece. Oh, could not get the Sair when we're coming back down the stage.
Tried to cover a lot of space with the side sig there, too. You saw that?
Ooh, grab pound. Sandstorm with recovery to get back up on stage. Ooh, caught him with the side light again. Muse has got caught with those a couple times right there off that corner of the stage.
Going for the side air, that's not going to connect. Sandstorm finds an unlight as well, trying to hunt down, use a beautiful weapon throw to kind of break up the space there. And he's continuing on this pressure. Sandstorm doing such a great job controlling the stage, but Muse playing Scythe. Ooh!
I thought he was, I'm going to be real, I thought he was charging the down sig sliding off, but ended up being that turnaround, a neutral sig, a very nicely done from Sandstorm, being able to confirm that stock off of Muse, and now Muse is trying to get back in this with the orb. Ooh, Sandstorm, though, being very floaty in the air. Ooh, nice catch with the neutral light. See if he's, there we go. Finally, sidelight Sair going to work a little offense back in towards the Sandstorm's direction.
Let's see, Sandstorm getting an opening here, gets the sidelight yet again. Not going to be able to get too much of a conversion, but using that dodge for a little bit. It's going to be back now. Just trying to get some opening, but there we go. The nairs are hitting. And we'll see. I mean, at this point, you know, Sandstorm has quite a bit of a lead here. Even if he loses the stock here, the sidelight Sair is not going to be enough. He's going to need one more strong hit in the corner. Sandstorm tries to get down, perfectly timed dodge to get over Muse, wants the weapon, and expects Muse to try to counterattack, but Muse just holds his space, and that gives him the opportunity to get the punish.
Yeah, that was a very well done. See if Muse is going to be able to tank this out a little bit and at least get this back to even, put himself in a position to be able to go up 2 games to 0. Sandstorm giving him a little room, letting Muse find his way back up on stage. Sidelight's going to whiff. Okay, there we go. Muse got a 2-piece on Sandstorm, dodging through the weapon, but Sandstorm's looking for those chakrams now. Muse tried to get the, be able to starve him. Couldn't quite get that weapon throw up in time to stop Sandstorm.
Let's see, Sandstorm still in hot pursuit here, goes for the down air. That's not going to connect. That's when Will, though, trying to convert into a knockout somehow, going for another read. That's not going to be the one to get him the stock, though. And now Muse has a reversal situation set up. Instead, backs off, gives off a lot of space, but is able to reclaim it. And Sandstorm just trying to fight his way back onto the stage. Is actually getting walled out pretty well by this side from Muse.
Yeah, Muse is moving fantastically to stay out of the way of those chakram hitboxes. Sandstorm opting to swap back over to Sword and maybe mix things up a little bit against Muse.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that Muse has brought this back as much as he has was really a testament to just how good he's able to slow things down here. He's throwing out much less attack. Sandstorm needs one more hit here, and he's unable to get it right there. Beautifully timed dodge from Muse yet again. Sandstorm swapping to the chakrams. Muse might be able to make this comeback.
Yeah, I know Muse is looking fantastic. Using the way he's using those weapon throws to shut down Sandstorm and be able to get that last little bit of time that he needs. Oh, not no, enough. Recovery, but it's chakrams. It's not going to take him very high up in the air.
Not enough. Oh,
that one will.
It is. He's just low enough on the stage there, I guess. Because I was like, the chakram recovery, it usually KOs the higher up you are,
right.
But it doesn't have like the highest force to it. And I was like, all right, it'll probably take like 3 is what I was thinking. But no, the second one, I guess, was just enough to be able to secure that knockout. But honestly, that was looking kind of scary for Sandstorm there toward the end because he had such a huge lead going into that final stock of Muse, right? Like you can see right here in the light yellow, Muse goes from orange on his final stock and brings it all the way down to a situation where they have maybe even more damage on Sandstorm there before that final hit.
Very, very, very even when it came down to into that. Take a look at the rundown here is we have 541 damage coming out from Muse, 589 coming out from Sandstorm, and we are getting right back into game number 3. No time wasted between these two players, and we are going to see what happens on Demon Island.
Okay. Let's see. We have Muse already starting up. Going for an end light here, and it's going to go ahead and try to get more damage. Sandstorm in hot pursuit with these recoveries. All right, dashing back and forward as well. Throwing out an N-Sig, trying to read maybe a jump option from Muse, but Muse doesn't bite, and Muse uses its opportunity to go ahead and secure so much stage control. But man, Sandstorm, that chakram down air, such a pesky kind of option to deal with because of the reversal potential that it brings.
I cannot believe Muse is taking that where he slowed it down at the end of last game, and he just brought that into game number 3.
Yeah.
He is keeping it cool, calm, and collected, making Sandstorm be the aggressor and sitting back and getting good punishes off of these great weapons. There we see Muse with a fantastic start to game number 3, a full stock advantage in the first minute.
And now it's going to be a little bit more difficult, I think, for Sandstorm to go ahead and make this comeback. I think Muse plays so well with a lead, and kind of the exact way you were saying it before, like the fact that he's been able to get this could be huge. We'll see if Sandstorm can bring it back, though. I mean, chakrams is pretty impressive, especially when in the air like this. Muse didn't have a lot of options. Oh, but the Nair actually gets him back. You can see he was in the sweat beads. He would have had to do a full drift to the side to get the stage touch, but Sandstorm couldn't figure out a way in time to go ahead and secure the knockout. And look at how much extra damage Muse is getting as a result.
I don't know, man. Muse is kind of showing us that all this chakram talk might be a skill issue, bro, because he is... He is having a grand time here in game number 3. Sandstorm, nice edge guard, going to finish that up, send Muse out of here. We are all tied up on second stock.
All right, let's see. Can Muse maintain this lead? Sandstorm coming down with these down airs, trying to get some reversals. Muse doing a great job of holding the ground, playing very grounded, to be honest, getting these end lights. And there's another end light from Muse. Jumping around this aggression. Oh, he has a read here. He got good damage. Yeah, guaranteed. All off of that one dodge read there. Maybe even a reaction from Sandstorm, but Muse really feeling the pain off of that one. Sandstorm's bringing it back here with these strings, but still has quite a bit more damage to do. The chakrams, individual hits don't do that much, especially on the split version.
I love that split side light, though. When you catch them on the back, when they miss it, and then it catches them on the way back, bro.
It's so good.
It is. It is. It's a very, very satisfying weapon to play. It honestly is. Muse, nice edge guard. Just the one time on Sandstorm. Going to swap back over to this orb. Ooh, he's looking really good, Flambeau. Sandstorm might be in trouble this game.
He might be in trouble this set. I mean, with the way that Muse is extending, these end lights have been catching Sandstorm so heavily. He swaps to the swap here. He doesn't have a dodge, but Muse doesn't even go for an extended punish there. He just gives him that one nair and says, you know what, it's fine. And at this point, I don't really know what Sandstorm has to do here. D-Light recovery is not going to be enough. He needs more damage first and foremost, and this is looking like it's just going to be a 2-1 win for Muse here if Sandstorm can't clutch up.
Yeah, he's not finding anything. You see when he gets down, he swaps over to that sword, trying to make something break loose with it. Going over unarmed against Muse is absolutely crazy work, Sandstorm. What are you doing? Big Acer, going to send him over. Weapon throw coming out. Ooh, Sandstorm, reach it up.
Okay.
Nice. That recovery is going to go ahead and connect. Muse being very patient, catching that Sair as Sandstorm went up just a little high against that orb.
Now Sandstorm still looking just to get the second stock. Sidelight Sayer is going to be enough, though, and Muse's going to go up in the set. 2-1. And Sandstorm definitely, trying his hardest here, but I don't know. Is Scythe the answer here? I mean, I didn't get to see how that set ended up going with MarkyMoo against his other opponent there, but it just seems like the spacing really is a little bit difficult for Chakram to deal with, and the reversal potential of Scythe, almost mirrors Chakram in a way, but instead of going, on the vertical plane, it's going on the horizontal plane. But we'll see. I mean, this is the round robin stage, right? And so, of course, that means that, like, if Sandstorm does end up losing this set, the best he'll be able to go is 6-2. And I mean, not that that's a bad spread, but, for someone like Sandstorm, I think, getting your losses early in the round robin is always a little weird, right? But, like, someone has to go up against MarkyMoo and Muse first, and that's what happens when you make it through the LCQ as well, right? Just the way the seeding is going to work in the round robin, you're going to fight the people who are at the top first.
It's very interesting, though. We didn't get a chance to see Muse yesterday because he is obviously already qualified. So now we're seeing, his adaptation to Chakram is kind of giving us a little sneak peek or a little glimpse into the light of how to deal with this weapon.
Yeah, it definitely helps that you got Ben Tranquilo over there as well, right? Yeah. Someone to give you a little bit of practice on your way in, Wes as well, right? But Muse is seemingly able to work around the weapon. I won't say with ease, but he's doing it.
All right, Sandstorm's got a little pep in his step this game too, moving around, making it a much harder target for Muse to lock in on.
Okay, looking for an opening here, needs to convert off of something. Muse, once again, playing grounded, right? Really wants to set up for maybe a sideline end-sig. Now that he has the Scythe here as well. What's the answer going to be? Maybe a sider to get him off stage? No, swaps right back to the orb. If he gets the sidelight, it's going to be sideline Sayer or end-sig. That we just saw him rip right there as well. Yeah,
Sandstorm saw that end-sig coming, got a good punish on it. Side sig from the Chakrams is going to go ahead and send Muse out of here on his first stock. Sandstorm trying to put his foot down and take us to game number 5. Ooh, nice dare, reaching up with the dare. Muse being very methodical, very careful. Ooh, whiffed on that side light, and then Sandstorm, just like that, one mistake, and you end up getting hit twice off those Chakrams.
Muse gets caught by the recovery, burns the dodge early as well. Sandstorm throwing out these snares to try and make it a little bit tougher for Muse to get down, but he does manage to become grounded. And once again, Muse hasn't been jumping all that much, staying grounded.
I mean, it's kind of taking away that advantage that Chakram has. If you stay out of the air, Chakrams can't, body you up there. Although Muse reaching up a little bit now. Nice punish off of the whip, the side light from Sandstorm. And now Muse has the stocks all tied back up. He looks like he's going to stay on that side.
All right, let's see. Can he get an end light or a side light to start things off? Sandstorm manages to pick up Chakram. Manages to get actually fused down air off of the immediate pickup. And now, they're kind of scrambling in the neutral here. Muse gets that end light, tries to set up, and gets another end light. These end lights are just finding the mark here, man. Side light this time as well. Every move from the grounded kid of Scythe from Muse is just finding the mark.
Absolutely. Oh, the way he jumped right over the weapon throw. Switch back over. Now we are. You see the gameplay, and we are back on orb, searching for those sidelight Sayers, searching for those neutral sigs. There it is. That Sayer is going to send Sandstorm all the way out. Muse continues the pressure. Sandstorm gets a nice dodge coming back over the stage, but now he's left without a weapon. Beautiful, perfect weapon drop from, towards Sandstorm, letting him get right back on those Chakrams. Muse staying out of the way of that dare. Sidelight over. Sandstorm continuing the pressure. The fadeaway Sayer to send Muse back over to the right side.
Okay, and just like that, Muse, one more side air can get this stock. Sandstorm biding time with those Chakram down airs again. Nice snare from Muse. Tries to actually maybe use the spike hitbox of that down light, but just isn't quite able to land it. But here we go, Muse. Gonna go ahead and dodge up. Maybe an end-sig in the near future. End light instead. Okay, that's fine. Still in a good spot here. No down air is going to wait. Muse definitely a player that will pick his moments because you wait long enough, they'll come to you.
Yeah, absolutely. We're seeing Muse exploit that. If you're patient enough, Sandstorm is giving him the opportunity. Oh, nice snare. Oh, coming down with.
Can weapon throw here, but he's going to save it.
Oh, no way. Muse. Oh, no. Muse didn't have any way to get back up on stage. Sandstorm knew it, set back, let him go ahead and fall down to the bottom. And now we are going to try and figure this out in the final stock. Is Muse going to get this dub against Sandstorm? We go into game number 5.
Only time will tell here. You can see Sandstorm wants to force the game 5. And look at these conversions. It's not going to be enough, but good chunks of damage there. Has to do that a few more times for it to be threatening. Yeah, that chakram damage buildup really isn't something that you have to be too scared about. Get hit by 7 times by the weapon, the damage doesn't really, stack up like that. But you win neutral enough times because of how quick these moves are, and suddenly it's a problem. Both of these fellas in the orange now. We're pushing the final moments of this game 4. Could be going to game 5, or Muse could win it all right here.
Oh, this is so close. Every single game has been, though. Muse so patient, waiting for his perfect opportunity. When is he going to let the Sarah fly? No, the neutral light. Sandstorm dancing around. Oh, God. They're scrapping Flambeau. This is, oh no, and it's enough. It was enough. Sandstorm gonna go ahead and get the dub on Muse and push us to a game number 5 over here on the side stream.
Yeah, I mean, hey, that's how you like to see it. And especially when it comes to round robin as well, regardless of who wins the sets, when it comes to matters of like people who have the same stat spread, right? Like, let's say it ends up being 6-2 Sandstorm and 6-2 another player. The game count is what you look out after that, right? And so the fact that he's able to force it to a game 5 may matter later on.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, we're going to take a look at these replays. Sandstorm finished it off right there. And now we have the stat spread here. See the hit attack accuracy. And Muse only throwing out 1 signature that entire game. Both of them were throwing out 1 signature that entire game. Sandstorm hit his, Muse did not.
That's wild. Yeah, it was that one side sig we caught from Sandstorm on maybe like that first or second stock. But I mean, we saw Muse had 50% accuracy. That means this dude's hitting half the time, which like doesn't sound wild, but that's actually insane, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
Brawlhalla,
Sandstorm I think had like 33% accuracy, something like that.
Yeah,
that can't be right. Maybe it was. But no, it was low though. It was. But I mean, also you're able to throw out so many more hitboxes with this weapon, right? He said a lot of it's gonna be like we see recoveries right there, these down airs, these snares, he's kind of thrown out. But Muse on the other hand, a lot more, I'll say dexterous with this sight.
Yeah, that's definitely a good word to use. Oh, recovery's gonna whiff, and Sandstorm is right there to pick it up. Taking it back up in the air again. Muse holding out on that soft platform, reaching over. No, Sandstorm's gonna go ahead and get the Chakrams primed. Especially since he's getting down towards the end of his first stock here, as Muse is continuing to rack up the damage against Sandstorm. Ooh, another weapon throw gonna take Sandstorm off of his mark. Muse is being so careful.
All right, good damage from Sandstorm. Trying to rack up a little bit more here. I mean, granted, okay, good way to bring things back, because he was kind of trailing behind in the damage game there, but that one string made things more even. And he's baiting, he's threatening the recovery though. He could have gone for it, used it and burned the dodge, but wanted to make sure.
Oh.
And this is most Isley as well, so these KO boxes are going to be quite large.
Yes, especially on the ceiling, very, very tall. Oh, whiff over on the side. Sandstorm is going to get the one attack to punish. Recovery is going to send Muse way up into the sky. Sarah is going to finish him off. Sandstorm takes the advantage first strike.
All right, here we go. Once again on the split chakrams. That's the weapon he wants to play. We all know it. That's why you're playing Priya right now. For the newest addition to, the weapons in Brawlhalla, and Muse kind of doing a pretty great job of trying to slow it down. But right now, trailing behind by a bit. Gets a side light into the side air there off of the scythe, Gotta love our little active input pop-up on that kick there. But still has more damage to do to make up for the damage deficit.
Yeah, for sure. I cannot believe just how close this set. I'm actually kind of glad. If Muse would have won that last one, you would have seen it be 3-1, and it would not have shown how close this set actually was. So very, very thankful that we went ahead and were able to push it to game number 5, so we can see, on the scoreline how close this honestly was.
Muse backing off a little bit. He's done more than enough at this point to go ahead and have things be fairly even. I mean, Sandstorm also in hot pursuit. Muse making him kind of get a taste of his own medicine here with these nairs. He said, what does this feel like on the other end, huh? Hit me with so many of those on that chakram, but damage is still even here. They're both waiting for a spawn. Ooh. Sandstorm gets it first. Muse is kicking him.
The back-to-back side light to take away that advantage state from Sandstorm.
The boot.
I know. I can't believe Muse is floating up in the air like that against chakrams. It's such a scary place to be. but he is trying to find something, anything, waiting for just some sort of weakness in Sandstorm's armor here to be able to get through and find this knockout. No, Sandstorm's going to send him out with the Sayer, looking for it. What's the edge guard going to look like? Muse gets back up on stage and gets the punish off the down sig.
Let's see. I like the recovery here. And the end light comes as well. I love it from Muse, holding center stage, going to back off a little bit, give Sandstorm some space. Doesn't want to go for a full recovery punish. Gets the Nair instead. That's going to be good damage, and now we can start threatening. He's not going to be able to punish that, right? He just moves so much with that Chakram side sig that you just can't get there in time. Great dodge from Muse, avoiding the recovery as well. Trying to catch the landing. We might see an end sig in the near future. No, he gets a side air on reaction to the dodge from Sandstorm. Well placed and well executed from Muse.
All right, Sandstorm is going to be coming in here looking for a knockout as soon as possible. He tried to get it right there with that recovery. Think it would have done it, but now Muse has started to starve him out. He's got the orb in hand, and Sandstorm getting lucky again off that weapon drop, bro. Oh, and there we go. Final stock for Muse. Both of these players are on their game stock. Comes out of this for the set.
All right, Sandstorm splits the Chakram up. It's time.
It's time.
Trying to hunt down Muse here. Muse backing off. This is two world champions.
Yes.
The current two-time world champion. And, of course, Sandstorm, who's no stranger to that as well. So we'll see how this plays out. I mean, it's kind of the final moments of this game and this set. And Sandstorm just kind of trying to get below Muse and hit him with these neutral airs and neutral airs and neutral airs with Muse. Not really sticking as grounded as he was before. Here we go. He's back down to the ground. We might see these end lights, but he's been going for more nairs now. I think in anticipation of Sandstorm going for nairs of his own.
I cannot believe how long this game is.
I know.
We are now 5 minutes into a single game of Brawlhalla as Sandstorm and Muse. Oh no!
End light. Oh.
Sandstorm and Muse are trying desperately both to make this happen.
Wrong side used. Not quite as accurate as he was before. He's going to swap over to the orb, and maybe he'll feel a little bit more comfortable with this weapon. Sandstorm with a beautiful dodge down and a Nair punish, and now uses in the danger zone. It is Mose Eisley, so he can take a little bit more, but only a little bit. Muse needs a huge advantageous swing.
But if Muse can get a good string off of this, I mean, he is on the glass cannon. He can rack up damage so quick, and just like that, it's completely tied up. Muse with the recovery. It wasn't enough. It wasn't enough.
Mose Eisley blessing Sandstorm here. He has to do it unarmed. Where's the spawn? There's the spawn. It's going to be a D-Light recovery kind of game. He's going to have to play around it. You can see Muse understands that. He knows what the assignment is. I can't get hit by D-Light. Sandstorm goes for it there. The weapon throw forces him off stage. Can he get back down? He's going to keep this sword in hand. He recognizes if he gets ready. He's going to wait. He's going to try to do it unarmed or wait to get the spawn. Spawn's near Muse, and he's going to punch him. There should be another spawn here. He's going to try to do it unarmed or wait. He's going to wait. There's a spawn. He gets it. He has a Chakram, and now he can play for the recovery. And there it is. It's not going to be enough. The ceiling is too high.
Oh my goodness.
Can you get down? He goes for another recovery. It's a pretty safe option to go for if you're Sandstorm, right? He's going to probably keep spamming recoveries until he gets one that hits. And I don't even know if it'll be enough. This side air is not going to be enough. Going to use these down airs to space himself out. And no ground pound or anything from Muse. He's so patient.
I can't take it. I can't take it. I'm literally.
One more.
I am literally grabbing a hold of Flambeau right now. The edge of my seat. What is happening?
One recovery for Sandstorm. One pretty much anything here from Muse. A side air, a side. He goes for it. A spot dodge from Sandstorm. The recovery. It drops. I've never seen it drop. How could this happen right now? This is the worst possible ending for Sandstorm as he gets knocked out 3-2 because the Chakram recovery dropped. We've been watching Chakram all weekend. I have never seen the recovery drop like that. I've never seen that happen. You can't make this up. You can't. You can't. You can't.
It really did.
That has to feel bad because at the end of the last set versus MarkyMoo, Sandstorm kind of felt like he kind of botched it. He felt like it was given to him, and he wasn't able to go ahead and secure it. This time around, I argued he did everything right. But Odin Valhalla was not on his side. That's tough. I don't even know what to say about that one, man.
How does that drop? How does
I'm not allowed to win anymore. You heard it here from Sandstorm himself.
That is what Sandstorm.
I'm not allowed to win anymore. The gods are against him.
How does that happen? I'm not allowed to win anymore. Okay, unfortunate for Sandstorm there.
Don't want to take the credit away from Muse, but we all saw the same thing.
We all saw it drop. That's not. No, that hasn't happened yet this weekend.
Literally not one time all weekend have I seen that happen.
Except when Sandstorm's trying to get the job done.
I know.
That's crazy.
I'm not allowed to win anymore. That's going to be living in my head for a while, Slow-Mo.
That's crazy work. Oh, my goodness. That's a rough way to see that take place.
Yeah.
That was a nail-biter of a game, though.
I know.
I don't know if you guys were watching. We were down into almost the final 60 seconds.
Did it get that low?
Yes. It was at 1 minute, 9 seconds when they finally finished that game. And I haven't seen one go that long in a very, very long time.
Wow. Wow. Well, luckily, that is just the round robin. So even though Sandstorm has lost his first 2 sets of the day, there's still 6 more for him to play, and I'm confident in his ability to win those. Also, this is, we'll see who ends up making it to the end of all things. But realistically, that does not mean he is out of this by any means. We'll see how things shape up, but there's still hope yet. For
sure. I'd be forgetting, it's the Royale, and it's just nothing but bangers all day long. I look over, and I'm like, oh, it's MarkyMoo Lorz. Oh, man.
Yeah. The action doesn't stop here.
No, it does not stop. Look, there's a future bubble.
Ooh,
right there.
Yeah.
See the future bubble?
Yeah, he's from the future. See that? Yeah.
All right, guys, they're just getting over here, getting set up. And, of course, we are going to be getting into MarkyMoo and Lorz. And I found out, Lorz told me last night that he was going to be playing the Dust today. And that makes me a little excited. It should be a lot of fun. A very underrepresented legend, in my opinion. And I'm actually thinking we're going to get a game without chakrams.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, especially in the setup like this, it's making me wonder, is this the return of Orb? I say return. I don't think Orb has ever really been meta-centric. Now that I think about it, there's only ever been a few people that are kind of playing with it, but it's never been everyone's playing Orb. Orb used to be nerfed like that. I can't think of a singular time. I mean, when Petra was strong, but that was less of an Orb thing and more of a Petra thing,
right?
Similarly, even with Radish, having him playing Red Raptor, that's fine. We've seen Java play the Dusk before in the past as well, but beyond that, couple Fate here and there, when Fry or but
Fry will never touch another weapon ever again.
I know.
That man is so locked into chakrams, I think he's lost his way.
Or maybe he's found it.
Maybe he has found the light. Oh, my goodness. But, yes, you see the lifetime history here. MarkyMoo does have one up on Lorz. But Lorz is a scrapper, man. He's a fighter. He's been around for a few years now, and he just keeps continuing to improve. You see that both these players both have 2 gold medals to their names. And there is obviously Lorz and then MarkyMoo over there in the back, not wearing his trademark hoodie that he usually wears. We usually have the tie-dye Pac Sun.
Oh yeah.
He always has on. This is a new MarkyMoo drip for me.
Okay. And maybe that's what he needs. Something a little different. We still got the Mordex on deck, of course, but Lorz on the other side. I mean, North America versus South America has always been always a treat ever since that rivalry kind of started, right? And for good reason, man, because South America had us whipped for a moment.
They still do.
They still do.
On
the low, but I mean, MarkyMoo and Balloon Boy are
They're our saving grace.
Exactly. And Sandstorm when he doesn't get hexed, I guess.
Right. Yeah, I mean, when the universe wants to let him be able to play the game and he's allowed to win, apparently. No, that was rough. I still can't believe that recovery dropped.
Heartbreaker.
That's crazy.
Man.
We're letting these players, they're just kind of getting in and getting their keybinds taken care of and getting button checks underway, and then we'll be able to drop in and check out this best of 5 set from MarkyMoo and Lorz. While we're kind of killing time, I do want to apologize. I know I sound horrible today. It has been a weekend full of commentating and fun and cheering people on and singing at the top of my lungs, and my voice is just gone. So we're gonna get through the best we can.
Oh, did you hit karaoke last night?
No, but I was out here singing at the top of my lungs.
Oh, okay. Well.
I was karaokeing without the mic.
Okay, honestly, that's just singing, right?
Yeah, I was just singing.
You just singing, yeah.
I was just being joyful.
I mean, no, that's good. That's good energy. That's good. I don't think you sound that different. But who knows? Maybe by the end of our vlog,
you
you'll
guys
be gone.
you guys are gonna see a lot of me and Flambeau today. There's a lot of me and Flambeau today. We are
locked in.
We are absolutely locked in. Speaking of locked in, we're getting the thumbs ups over here from the players. They're saying they're good. I'm saying I'm good. I think Flambeau's good.
I'm great.
I think the stage manager's good. Yeah, you good? All right, everybody's good. All right, perfect. We'll be able to settle in here and get ready for game number 1. Lorz representing South America, MarkyMoo representing North America. This is going to be a battle for both these players.
Yeah, and I think it's really cool because Lorz, in some ways, and maybe, this is a testament to us as the people that kind of weave the storylines for the viewers, right? I feel like we've always talked so much in the past about Kaina. We've talked so much about West. We've talked so much about Muse. And Lorz, I feel like, hasn't been given the same amount of shine.
No.
He's always been up there. He's always been extremely good. He's been winning things even, but just hasn't quite been given enough verbal time. And I'm here to apologize, because look at this, right?
Yeah, he got that charge on that side sig. It's always satisfying to hit. Ooh, MarkyMoo is now getting underneath him with those gauntlets. Down light into side light. Could not get the follow-up. A weapon throw is going to shake Lorz up again, but that Nair is going to keep the distance. Nair into recovery. Lorz strikes first.
Okay. Now let's see. What's the answer going to be here from MarkyMoo? I mean, at this point, probably readjusting a little bit. Has been playing some chakram. You know, it's like, all right, now this is, for a lack of a better term.
Ooh,
that was almost disastrous for MarkyMoo.
That
weapon throw, if that hit.
Yeah, that would have been lights out on that stock from MarkyMoo. That would have been a very early stock, but he was able to avoid it, and now he's fighting back unarmed, trying to put the pressure against Lorz and get something to break here. Ooh, Lorz defending himself off stage. MarkyMoo needs a weapon desperately.
All right, and he's running over to the weapon right after that down sig, has the gauntlets in hand, maybe a little star of action. Are we going to keep the scythe? It looks like the answer is yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think that is MarkyMoo's strong point, especially in this matchup. Oh, come on.
Oh, no way.
MarkyMoo, that is not, no.
Oh,
no,
he's done. He's done. MarkyMoo with one of the most disgusting edge guards I've seen in my time.
You know, I wouldn't leave it to MarkyMoo to do one of the most toxic things I've seen all weekend long.
It's in his blood. He can't control it.
It's always the quiet ones you got to watch out for.
It's
you
true.
know what I'm saying?
It's true.
But MarkyMoo, I mean, that being said, Lorz is right here.
Yeah, it's a tight battle, you know. I mean, Marky got the clip, but that doesn't really matter when at the end of the day the stock count is even and the damage is relatively so. But Lorz doing it right back to MarkyMoo. This could be trouble. He gets scooped in reverse, so could be a problem. Good recovery from Lorz to fight his way back up. And Marky is going to pick up this scythe and try to do the same thing that he did in that last stock. But Lorz won't give him the chance. Winning game 1 on Demon Island, MarkyMoo needs to think about what he's going to change going into game number 2.
Man, that's it's not quite as bad as like emoting into loss. You know what I mean? But he really did like deliberately throw that weapon away, deliberately went down there and tried to get that clip, and ended up. I don't want to say it cost him the game, but he definitely did not get the dub.
Yeah, you know, and it's like it's always funny to me. I think. When you like wild out on somebody like that, but then you still lose, you know, it's like you got the clip, but
you didn't get the dub.
But there's also like an intersection between like getting the clip and it also being the like optimal thing to do in that situation, right? And so like it's not like it looks disrespectful, it feels disrespectful, but it's also the right play to go for if you're MarkyMoo. And Laura's saying, hey, you want to see these twinkle toes? Okay, cool.
I like it. Lorz always has no fear, will stay in your face. But MarkyMoo has the scythe in hand. He's staying back on that weapon, but Lorz drop it in. And now we have the orb. See if he's going to be able to get done with it. Nice edge guard with his end light. Oh, wow. MarkyMoo shut it down. That was a very good call out.
Okay, hold on now. Lorz trying to continue this pressure. Marky trying to get back to center stage. Ooh, charges that second hit a little bit. Make sure he really feels that punch to the dome.
He's doing a really good job of.
How did he dodge that?
What a dodge from
That was insane. That was a jump scare and a half, man.
I don't know what was better, the setup or the dodge, because that was so clean from both of those players. Because Lorz was in the perfect position.
Oh Man, he's hitting that SIG button as well. I mean, Dusk got some good ones. I don't blame you.
Absolutely.
I don't blame you.
Dusk has very unique signatures. They're very good at catching your opponent off guard.
Oh, he has no dodge. Huge opportunity.
No. Whoa.
Oh, into the wall. I think he was going to get more of a bounce, but he just kind of went too far to the left. Either way, Marky actually gets the stock after he gets like a free D like ground pound, and that's exactly what we see. He just has to space it out. Marky understands how to execute. He is not missing these edge guards. Lorz is in trouble in this game, too.
Absolutely, MarkyMoo with the full stock advantage, but we saw this last game as well. And somehow Lorz was able to bring it back. Okay, neutral light into D-light. D-light whiffs, but MarkyMoo, ooh, nice pogo to shut down the nair from MarkyMoo. Chased them down. D-light was able to catch him. There we go, on the landing. MarkyMoo looks so clean.
Oh, okay, he gets the wall touch.
Oh, that's
Still
it.
in a precarious scenario, though. No,
What?
the exhausted recovery to get the hit and the chase dodge as well. He has, okay, perfect, because he knew Lorz had no dodge. We just saw the gravity cancel. Another wake up from Lorz. Touches the ground, refreshes dodge. He's in a pretty decent spot here. Burns it immediately because of the weapon throw. Marky's beating him up unarmed, picks up some gauntlets here. Tries to go for maybe some sort of a reaction with that. Looking for, oh, is he going to dodge in? Do I get a side light? He's not going to get it. There we go, the nair. Ground pound, no. He actually goes for a trick shot. Off the corner, the Zeus throw too. What is going on here? Marky is cooking and Lorz isn't ready for it.
What is MarkyMoo doing?
Oh my, no way! Y'all see that? Y'all see that? I just had to turn around and talk to the crowd a little bit because there's no way homeboy just did that.
Oh, he's nasty with it. Oh, let's take a look at these replays.
The hell?
MarkyMoo, man. He didn't need to do that.
Ain't no way.
He didn't need to do that.
How often do you see Mordexes hit the end sig on Gauntlet? That's like almost a forbidden button on this character.
Here we go.
But moments like this, ooh, let me weave back. Ooh, see you, dude. And the chase dodge down, because you know that's the victory chase dodge right there. But here we go, right into game number 3. MarkyMoo saying, all right, bro, I know you got that game 1, but best believe I got your number. And that's the thing about the way that when MarkyMoo answers back, it's never just he gets a win. He does it with a statement. And he spot dodges that second six. Keep charging it, bro. See what happens. Keep charging it.
Yep. He may have hit him the first 2 times. That 3rd time, he was ready for it, had the timing down. That's actually a really hard one to spot
He said
dodge.
you're greedy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He said you're greedy. Just get the sig. Don't be charging it like that. That extra 2 or 3 damage ain't worth it against someone like me, bro.
Oh, Lorz with a great movement. MarkyMoo just retreating. Wow. MarkyMoo just retreated up into the air, came right back down, was able to hit the recovery. MarkyMoo was in his head.
All right, let's see how Lorz is going to answer back, though, because right now it is clear the momentum is in MarkyMoo's favor. How does Lorz answer back? He gets a nair into the Sayer, stuff the recovery as well, so the edge guard shouldn't be too bad. Gravity cancel sidelight is guaranteed in that situation.
Yep.
Just got to line it up, and he answers back, bringing the stock count to even.
Very, very close. That's what we've seen every single game this set, though. Lorz not going to go into the air. MarkyMoo reaching for those nairs, and he got one. Lorz might be in trouble. Nice recovery from Lorz to get back up on stage. A lot of bonus damage off of that extension. Oh, yeah, this is so nice. Keeping things super, super even.
Okay, gets crossed up there. MarkyMoo gets an opening here. Lorz retaliates with a pogo, but it's not going to be enough. Needs a weapon spot, gets a D-like ground pound, and picks up another spear, but Marky still had stage control.
Yes, he does.
Oh, charged a little bit longer. He would have got him there. Doesn't matter. Finds it anyway. Lorz able to answer back here despite a pretty devastating end to that second game. What a gravity cancel D-light. Lorz, I was saying, we're going to be able to talk to him. Look at him. He's talking to him, man.
That's the one thing that's scary about Lorz. Once he gets into flow state, he becomes kind of a different caliber of player. And we're seeing him definitely lock in here. MarkyMoo reach up in the air. Nice Sarah. Going to send down. Weapon throw. Gets let loose. But Lorz has no options. We're on final stock. Slam bow.
Okay, and this is game 3. So this is always the one that matters the most in every set. You've heard us say it a million times. Being up 2-1 is just so cushy for your mental.
Yeah.
And we're going to see who's going to be able to have that advantage as MarkyMoo gets the scoop there again. I mean, these gauntlets are so terrifying. But Lorz doing a good job not immediately jumping in there. If he had, that downer would have cooked him.
MarkyMoo's movement. Ways really kind of making Lorz guess, am I going to extend the combo? Am I going to come back down and wait for your option? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? And Lorz is having a hard time wrapping his head around it. MarkyMoo taking off stage. No, going to retreat back. Edge guard whiz, but there we go. Lorz throws down the dare and gets punished for it. Oh.
And the recovery. keeping it simple.
Yes.
Sidelight
Yes.
recovery. Go ahead and secure that stock. Don't need to end this one flashy this time around as well. You can see MarkyMoo kind of taking a little tiny breath there.
Checking it off a little bit for sure.
I'm good. I'm good. I mean, Lorz, the way that he was able to kind of start off this third game, I was like, dang, Lorz, you really, I was like, you talking to him, y'all having a friendly debate right now, but it ended up being a bit more of a one-sided screen fest from MarkyMoo toward the end there. Just was able to pull ahead in a way that he wasn't able to quite recover from. So we'll see if Lorz can do it here in game number 4, right? Can we force the game 5 to happen? But, this is why the round robin's so fun, right? You get all of these really good players, and they just keep going at game 5 after game 5 after game 5. Let's see if this is going to be another one of those cases.
No, it is crazy. These guys get warmed up here. Kind of, keeping an eye off. We got Sandstorm and Acno over there on mainstream, and Acno's up 2-0, bro.
Oh, no.
But we will deal with that. We'll deal with that bit of news here in a little bit as Lorz staying up in the air, nice and nair. Gonna get the pogo. No, he doesn't. Try to bring him back up with another nair off the spear.
Marky gets hit.
Yeah.
Perfect timing on the weapon throw from Lorz. Recognizing that MarkyMoo was kind of biding his time, waiting to see when he could sneak out that recovery because he had to spend it at some point to recover. But Lorz had the timing down. Now pushing on even further onto the second start of MarkyMoo, really trying to make up for the fact that he wasn't able to secure the last game.
Oh, that exhaustion recovery was just enough to keep MarkyMoo off of him. But Lorz doing a great job extending this first stock. Still getting bonus damage. Wait a second. Lorz. Okay, we might be going to game 5. I think it looks a little probable at this point as Lorz did not like losing that last game.
Yeah, no, clearly. We'll see if the Mooster is able to clap back from this one, but it's not looking likely. That's going to be a pretty good start, though. Gets the gravity cancel D-Light into recovery. We've been seeing Gauntlet players do that for years. Some things never change.
Some things absolutely never change. MarkyMoo being a menace down here on the ground, trying to keep Lorz juggled a little bit.
Imagine if he made this comeback, though.
Imagine. Oh, he's got to at least feel good about the fact that he does have another chance.
Send Lorz off stage. That's the way to do it, right? That's how you get these stocks as early as you can. I don't know that you touched the ground there either, but Marky's going to back off and say, you know what, I'm going to take my time to find my openings. Lorz, opportunity for a dodge read, but Marky just doesn't press the button.
Really what he needs to do is take his time.
Nice.
Break dance is going to get it done.
What if we brought it back, bro?
I know, and there we go.
Is he going to reverse 3-stock Lorz?
He's only an orange. Just is totally doable.
There's no way, right? There's no way he's gonna let this happen. Come on, Lorz, bring it to game 5. Don't let it be you, bro. Lock it in.
There it is.
Lock it in. There we go. Okay. Game 5. That's what I'm talking about. I love MarkyMoo as much as the next guy, but come on, getting reverse 3-0. You don't need that right now.
No.
You don't need that right now.
It's bad energy this early in the
that bad juju, man.
Yeah.
Something in the air.
All right, take a look at those replays here. Oh, yeah, that weapon throw from Lorz as he was able to go ahead and send MarkyMoo packing. Now, Lorz looked really good. The way he was able to thread those signatures in that game was very, very impressive. We talked about the Dusk signature kit a little bit ago, and we saw Lorz put a really good display of it on for us here in this game number 3. Or number 4 as we go into game number 5. A MarkyMoo, a Lorz, no color swaps, no drip swap, no legend swap.
Okay. Sometimes it's just that simple, right? You just got to play harder. Play harder and play better. Game number 5, Fortress Alliance.
All right, none of those other 4 matter at all. It comes down to this. And Lorz is the first one to start swinging.
All right, MarkyMoo tries to get a pretty chunky conversion there, only gets 2 hits. Lorz trying to end his career, though. He was in the light yellow, though, so he wouldn't have been KO'd, but it could have been a tough spot to be in. Man, the end lag on that is pretty non-existent, huh? He just charged that side stick, turned around and sidelighted immediately, caught MarkyMoo sleeping.
MarkyMoo, he pressed his dodge button. Lorz is going to go ahead and stick that side sig right on in there and send MarkyMoo out of there. Great lead to start out for Lorz.
Okay, I like this end lag coming out from MarkyMoo as well. Gets a nice Nair Sarah string here as well, but he is on the back foot and he has damage to make up for. Goes for a read on a high recovery. Lorz don't give it to him. He's trying to find something here. Lorz is counterpunching too much in these scenarios, though. Marky needs a win right now, and it's looking hard to find.
Yeah, he's having a hard time getting anything going here. He's kind of been losing momentum over the course of these last 2 games. Lorz, though, we got Orb in hand. Oh, there it is. MarkyMoo's going to go ahead and strike in there, and this is still very close. MarkyMoo is only in yellow.
Okay, and that's how we like our game 5 to go. Marky gets an opening with the sideline. Lorz retreats. Marky, another punish on a whiff from Lorz. And here we go. Lorz going to whiff punish him back, but off the sideline, Lorz hasn't been able to get anything really these days. Ooh, trick shot, weapon throw. Oh, he was going for something. He was cooking.
Lorz was not able to get a follow-up. He could have really put MarkyMoo
in
a position. That neutral stick is so good. And the sound effects on this crossover just kind of make it hit just a little bit better.
Marky on the back foot here. You know, before, I mean, he's been hit by that N6 quite a few times throughout the set, right? And it's clear that he's looking out for it, but you also don't want to get double D-lighted, right? So you're trying your hardest, but now Marky on the back foot needs to make this happen. Gets hit by the neutral light, getting poked, a D-light punish on that as well. You have to get the sedge guard in. He doesn't get the web throw. Another chance.
If he can get it right now.
Nice.
That's not going to knock, though. That will.
That's it. That's it.
Wait, no. All right. Oh, my goodness.
Are you going to keep Scythe or are you going to keep the gauntlets? He wants the Scythe? No, he manages to pick up those gauntlets just in the nick of time here. And Lorz is unarmed. It's the perfect moment to go ahead and give yourself a lead. Starve him?
Yeah,
let's do it.
You have to.
And he's going to keep the fresh pair? Oh, he's going to. We're playing this game. Yeah, he'll stay here all day. He said, approach me, boy. Approach me, boy. I'm waiting for you. Oh, but the platform makes it a little awkward. It's fine. Yeah, this is what it's all about. I got 5 minutes and 20 seconds. Approach me, boy. Approach me.
You guys hear the crowd popping off a little bit for this engaging.
This is how it has to be sometimes. And you know what? Hey.
Oh, no, go back.
Oh, he tried to start him still. But there we go. The weapon spawns right on top of Lorz, and now Marky in a bad spot. And he's the one who needs to approach now. He has a damage deficit. He can't get caught by an N-Sig now. That will be game. Goes for the neutral air into the end light, right? He's trying to rack the damage back to put Lorz in KO %. Dodging down now, recognizing he's going for these N-Sig reads. Marky can't get hit by another side light. I think Lorz will get the read following. Wall slip into play, retaliates with the side air, another side air. He's going for it all here. He doesn't get it in there. He's turning it around. Is it clutch? D-Light grab pass. MarkyMoo is clutch.
Let's go.
Yet again, fighting back from the brink of despair. MarkyMoo is able to clutch up on Lorz in one final bout. One final play of desperation. He's able to say, hold on, that's why I'm the new kid on the block.
That was ridiculous.
That's crazy.
That was ridiculous.
Show me that replay.
Show me
I don't care about this one. Show me the other one. Nobody cares about the rest of the set. Show me the end. That was crazy.
That was. I can't believe he literally called.
He side air his way back onto the stage from wall slip slow-mo. That was insane. And converted that into another side air, carried him off stage like.
That was silly.
You want to talk about sweaty brawlhalla? That's the sweatiest brawlhalla I've seen in a minute.
I can't believe he literally just went over and waited him out. We'll just juggle, bro. We'll just juggle.
He said, I got time, bro. He said, I got time.
Oh, that was so good. That was a great set. Going down to the game of 5 just like it has been all day long.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. Oh.
Oh, man. Immaculately played. Sometimes you just got to give it up, you know?
Yeah.
You just got to give it up.
That was crazy. Definitely saw the crowd get up on their feet. Like, there's Future Bubble again. We got Bloom Boy back there. It's a land, guys. You want to meet your favorite players? They're here. They're here. They're just walking around vibing.
Nah, that was wild. Bro. that was.
I think Flambeau needs a break. Flambeau needs to recover a little bit.
Kinda.
That was a great performance from MarkyMoo.
I love Brawlhalla, man.
I don't want to take anything away from Lorz either. That was a very hard fought battle, but you really saw how much mental can come into play when it comes to Brawlhalla, and just a mental game of chess there at the end of that set, the end of that game, to be able to get just whatever little bit of advantage he could to try and put himself in a position to take that game, and it worked out. That was a lot of fun.
And there's so much more Brawlhalla to be played, too.
Yeah,
right? This is the winner Royale, bro. That's just one set out of many that's being played right now. I don't know how that Sandstorm set ended.
It did not end well.
Oh.
But
so he's down 3 sets already today?
But he's got a redemption here with us here in just a couple of minutes. I'm pretty sure we're going to go to break because,
Okay.
you know, 2 sets. It just
2-set
seems like
break,
something
yeah,
that we
yeah.
do. But we do have a Sandstorm and Munir up next.
Okay.
So we're going to be able to see him try and get something going. There he is. There's the man. There's the man right there. See, he's going to try and get something going, get set up, and see if he can get a win because he thinks right now he's not allowed to.
Yeah. No, it's not a great start for the GOAT today.
No, not so much.
I mean, yeah, if 2 of those sets, I think you feel like he kind of got robbed. And then, you know, that last one I think seemed pretty handy. I don't know. That one didn't look like it went to game 5, right? That was like a 3-0 or 3-1.
It didn't look great.
Yeah.
No, that recovery really dropped.
I know. I can't believe
Like
it.
the recovery really
It just
dropped.
didn't even feel like something that could. Like I thought, it looked like he got hit by like the final part of it. You know, like the one that would have the force. You would think, but maybe I don't know. I don't know the way that it's programmed, but. Ooh.
Not in the favor of Sandstorm.
Yeah, clearly, clearly.
But we are going to take a quick break. I need some water. I think Flambeau does too. And we need to calm down a little bit after those 2 best of 5 sets. You guys do not go anywhere. We will be right back with your side stream coverage.
And we are back with more of the Winter Royale here at Max Mode. I'm Flambo, joined by Slow-Mo, and we just watched one of the most clutch sets in Brawlhalla history, I think. Like, I don't know that there's anything better than that, to be honest. There's a few. Well, I don't know better, but like on the same scale, you know what I mean?
Both of those were just crazy. I'll go ahead and tell him. You know, me and Flambo went and took a break. You know, we're walking to the bathroom. I'm still talking about it. Like, he's trying to wash his hands. I'm like, how did that recovery drop? How? That was wild. Very unfortunate for Sandstorm. He's having a very, very rough day. But as we talked about before the break, he's going to be able to get a bit of a redemption chance. Maybe get a dub under his belt for the day and go up against that man right there who is Munir.
Yeah, Munir, of course. Always, the way I like to describe him is kind of a bit more of a
2-1
a wild card, right?
Yeah.
He can lose to anyone. He can also beat anyone, you know? And when he looks like the best player in the room, I think everybody feels it. They're like, hey, this guy's on something different. But his ability to tap into that is kind of what's always in contention on any given day. How well is Munir playing today? We're going to find out. He told me earlier this weekend that he's going to be sticking to Terros the entire time. And,
okay.
I mean, we're seeing that right now, right? He believes the character is just extremely broken. And, hey, we all know Hammer's in a really good spot right now. And we saw what Kaina could do with Axe in history.
Yeah, absolutely. And definitely, you know, having the extended range on both those weapons is definitely not bad going up against Chakrams. See if he's going to be able to space this out appropriately. Sandstorm with the weapon throw to the face, and the dare is going to go ahead and get that stock out of here in very, very clean start for Sandstorm.
Okay. Hopefully, you know, able to get himself a dub. I don't know that he's won yet today in his spread so far in the round robin, but we're going to see if he's able to get one here. Munir, on the other hand, though, doing a great job running off stage with that down air, and then the nair to go ahead and secure the knockout as well, tying the stock count and seeing if maybe he can build a lead for himself here.
Yeah, Munir doing a great job bringing this back. I'm kind of looking at the breakdown between these two players, and, you know, as much as we've talked about Munir over the last couple of years, he's never won a tournament.
Yeah, not a singular time, right? Maybe close a couple times, but... Yeah,
I mean, he's podiumed quite a bit, 7 times, 2 of those being silvers, but he has never been able to grasp the dub. See if today maybe could be it. First win be a Royale.
Yeah,
be cool.
Not bad at all, right? A LAN always feels better to win than these online,
sure.
You know? But we'll see. I mean, so far, trailing behind in damage only by a little bit. Sandstorm coming around here. It's going to be a huge punish. No dodge on Munir, so he gets a guaranteed 4-hit string there, leading to the recovery and a stock loss for Munir.
And right back. Wow. It's like a seesaw, teeter-totter, back and forth, as now both these players on their final stock trying to get the secured win for game number 1 of this best of 5 set. Sandstorm unarmed is still continuing to fight back. Got the chakram split. Now what can he do with them? Only 1 hit landing for Sandstorm thus far on those chakrams, but Munir racking up good damage.
Yeah, you know, I was talking to Taza about this yesterday because his theory was that heavy weapons like hammer, for example. Oh, beautiful combo from Munir.
Yeah.
He believes they counter chakram. He thinks that, you know, chakram hits you 4 or 5 times for what 1 hammer nair will do to you. And you know what?
He's right.
There's part of me that's like, hold on, you might be onto something here, right? But we'll see, especially against someone like Teros. It's going to be a hard-fought battle. The down air is not going to be enough, but another one of those could be a problem. Perfectly timed dodge, but it doesn't matter. Munir secures the game with the side air.
That's the second time he has sared Sandstorm with that hammer this weekend.
You know what? You're not wrong.
I'm just gonna.
You're not wrong.
Go ahead and point that one out there. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Munir's sitting pretty close to me, and that might be a little sensitive subject still.
I think I have headphones on.
Yeah, he locked in. He ain't paid no attention.
And this time he's supposed to do it.
Right. Looking at that great replay, that was fantastic.
Yeah, that one frame was really
Guys,
sick.
that was an awesome frame, though. As we get into game number 2, Munir. Oh, okay. He said, I'm playing the Teros all weekend, but we are going to swap on Lin.
Yeah, that's interesting. All right, well, he lied to me, I guess, because now we have Thor out here, so much so that even production had to take away the lower third for a second and say, we got to swap that icon over.
So look, Munir's got everybody messed up right now.
Well, that's funny enough. Here we go. I mean, I was saying earlier before, like, I was saying people should be playing Thor more. Like, this guy, like, hammers really strong. Everyone's playing Orb, right? Like, we're having people, you know, starting to whip out the dust. We have, you know, Fates. We have Red Raptor. Like, people are doing it now with the Orb. So it just kind of makes sense for the big man to come out.
Okay.
Nice. He only has 1 dodge here, and that's going to be a punish. And he uses the Fuse chakram recovery there, so that's why we see that knockout be so convincing.
No, that was well used from Sandstorm, swapping back over. Okay, split recovery, taking Munir up into the sky. Oh, my goodness.
He's chunky.
I know, the hits start to just pile up on Munir here, but the sidelight Sayer going to send Sandstorm way out to the left side of Demon Island. Come back. Oh, that sidelight on the Fuse, bringing Munir right into Sandstorm's grasp. And he's still cooking, bro.
Yeah, I mean, Sandstorm's still with 3 stocks, swapping over to the sword here. Just needs to get maybe a D-light Sayer in the corner. The recovery is going to hit from Munir, the long active frames on it, doing him some favors, but he's falling behind by quite a bit. You know, I always do think it's a little weird when you swap Legends on Win, but, you know, Munir is going to see if maybe he's able to bring things back here.
Yeah, I don't know why he swapped off the Teros. It definitely was working out better for him. But although he is starting to get this back, as long as he does not fall this early and can be able to get something going. No, that recovery got a little extra bump, it looked like, and sent Munir all the way up to the top. He is on his final stock of this game, and at the risk of Sandstorm tying up the set.
Yeah, I mean, what a great response from Sandstorm in this game too, right? Like, Munir just getting absolutely chopped up by these chakrams, unable to land, stuck in the corner. You know, weapon throws to gain some space and finally kind of swapping the spatial positioning, but Sandstorm once again responding with these sidelights. It just, at this point, Munir's lost too many interactions. Luckily, though, he is playing that hammer, that hard-hitting hammer, the last active frames or so of that down stick connecting with Sandstorm. He still could bring us back.
He could.
Okay, the nair hits hard enough.
Yeah, that was a very hard-hitting nair. That puts Munir, he is in orange. So this is doable. He can just get something going, but he's got to stay out of the grasp of Sandstorm, and that is a
so much
dang good start.
Oh, just like that. Sandstorm's in the yellow. That was effectively 2, now 3 interactions, and this game is basically even. Munir is cooking him with his hammer. Suddenly,
he's in the lead.
Looking so good for Sandstorm.
He's in the lead.
No way! The N6 not going to be enough.
No,
why? Just another one. Why?
At
first you don't succeed, try again. He gave Sandstorm an opportunity here. If Sandstorm loses this, which he will off of the stomp Sayer,
Player 2.
he is frustrated now with himself. I mean, he's had so the amount of times that Sandstorm has been so close today and then ends up losing, you gotta think something must be tearing you up in the mental.
Okay, I think Sandstorm might be onto something. I'm really starting to worry about him. He said he is not allowed to win. And the universe seems to be proving that in real time to us, Flambeau. He is now down 2-0 against Munir. It looked like that should have been a Sandstorm win, and it somehow fell in between his fingers. What's he going to do here?
Oh, okay, good damage. But I mean, the last game looked so good for him. I hesitate to even really say. I mean, the momentum super in Sandstorm's favor in the light, but we had a lead like this in the last game, and Munir just came with that hammer and whacked them around a couple times and suddenly won the game.
Here we go. Juggling the nairs.
And speaking again, whacked around. Sandstorm answers back, though. Good punish for the gravity cancel that Munir spent, but Munir is swinging.
Oh, my God.
The side six is going to be enough. And just like that, like this, I mean, Munir, I think, got like a side air into end light, and the game was even.
He is nasty on this Thor, though. Thor's another one of those legends that has very weird signatures, and Munir's been doing a great job of using those to his advantage. Sandstorm putting in an epic edge guard at the moment. We went high, Munir went low, and now Munir got a couple nairs in there, but now he's left without a weapon, and Sandstorm's trying to cook. Now they're both left without a weapon. Sandstorm has chakrams.
Okay, but even then, like Munir, not too scared of the chakrams, right? The knockout potential of the weapon isn't particularly high. Sandstorm going to force him into the corner, but Sandstorm not really going for these edge guards. Sometimes he goes for a dash jump down air, but he doesn't do it with the fused chakram, so it never really KOs. It just kind of sets him up to get another potential follow-up.
Okay. There we go. Sandstorm fighting for everything right now. There we go. That recovery is not going to be enough. Munir's going to find his way back down. Yes, he does, but he takes some more damage. Sandstorm finishes him up with another recovery up to that top 45.
Now, I will say, not to critique the gameplay of one of the best in Brawlhalla, but he plays chakrams so honestly in comparison to the other people we've seen this weekend, right? And what I mean by that is, bro, why are you not mashing down sig on Priya? In some of these situations, I'm like, this down sig, it'll get you the stock. I said, you know, you go for the true combo. I get it. It's guaranteed. You want the guaranteed stuff, but sometimes maybe just let it rip. We'll see. I mean, Munir trying to end the stock here. Not quite able to get it. Might do a down sig over the lip of the stage. Sandstorm needs to be looking out for that. Gets a nice extra string here as well. Trying to rack up this extra damage, and this is definitely adding up. But that's like 7 hits, but Munir's only in the yellow, right? That's that chakram damage, not really doing Sandstorm any favors here, but that's one of the things about the weapon. It controls space really well. It has combos. It just doesn't rack up the damage like that.
Say one more from Munir will tie everything back up, and then we're going to come right back down to this final stock. It comes down to this. Sandstorm has got to get something done right here. He cannot afford to lose this stock. Like, it's not even an option.
One more Sayer in the game's even, and Munir's hit him twice, I think, right? Like, that's how precarious it can be.
Oh. He realizes he has the advantage.
He realizes
he has the advantage. His Nair has more of a range than the Dare off of Chakra.
Victory.
I just had to clap. I just had to clap. I knew. I saw it. I knew.
That's wow. That's 2 back-to-back very rough sets for Sandstorm.
Yeah.
He got 3-0'd or 3-1'd by Acno, and then came right over here and got set down by Munir.
I mean, you gotta put respect where respect is due, right? I mean, the way Munir ended that game, stomp, Sayer, like it. I think this goes back to what I was saying about Taz's theory earlier, where it's like the damage per engagement is really skewed in the favor of the hammer, right? Especially if you pick a high defense legend like Thor. You have to cut him up so many more times, whereas if you're Sandstorm, right, you just kind of, you know, you have to win neutral that many more times, you know? You have to win neutral that many more times.
Yeah.
That's tough. That's tough. I mean, definitely tried his best. Yet again, close to victory.
So close.
And so really what I'm gathering from this is when a high strength, let's say 5 speed, 7 attack, 7 defense, like 3 dex chakram character drops, that's when it'll be the problem. I mean, Priya stat spread, not bad, but you can see everyone's going into the strength stat.
Yeah.
Because they're like, I need more damage per hit. get someone who's really on the upper end of that, you know, and then, ooh, that'll be a problem.
Yeah.
But that'll probably won't be for a while, so,
Yeah,
you know.
we'll deal with that here later
when it comes,
you know, if it comes.
If it comes, true, yeah.
All right, we have had some heartbreakers already today, and that is for sure. Sandstorm having a really hard time getting anything going. Speaking of getting things going, how are we looking over here? And it looks like we have got, yeah, of course, another banger coming up. Looks like it's going to be Muse versus Munir, but I don't see either one of them anywhere, so I think we probably have a couple minutes to gap.
Yeah,
What's going on, Flambeau?
Well, you know, things are going pretty good, you know. As I watch more, you know, I haven't been able to, like, look at the full spread of kind of what the head-to-heads have been so far today. But I think it's a fun time to talk about predictions, right? I mean, the game has played out a bit today, but I am a firm believer that by the end of the day, it's going to be MarkyMoo versus Muse.
It's a fair bet.
That's what I mean, which is like some pretty safe picks, some people would think. But I mean, and even Marky having like freaking close ones today, you know. Yeah. But like, it's because he has that clutch factor in a way that like when Marky clutches, it just looks different. Similar to like when Sandstorm clutches or when Boomy would clutch back in the day. It just looks different. But he clearly has that like unique style to him. But then I feel like bad making those my predictions because like, once again, I don't know what it's looked like today. Yeah. I haven't seen a lick of Acno. Acno could be cooking.
I haven't seen any Balloon Boy. I haven't seen any.
Kilo yesterday. Yeah. Balloon Boy as well.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
We haven't seen. There's so many players we haven't seen yet.
I just don't think Chalkums are going to win today.
I
like, if they do, I won't be surprised, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think, you know, these players that have been playing their legends for as long as they have and expertise, like, the way they're working, everyone seems to have, like, labbed some sort of answer to the weapon. Yeah. For some people, it's playing Taros and or Hammer. And we even saw that with Faith yesterday. Yeah. Right? Like, Faith was onto something. People, a West player. That's why nobody knows about him, right?
That makes sense.
A West player. And so, like, nobody, you know, there aren't really West tournaments like that. Came out to a LAN, did immaculate, went up against, like, top 10 players and was taking sets and games and going to game fives, like, right? Played Sentinel, right? Another great response to Chalkums as well. And so I think people have their answers. People are playing either Orb, which has been doing really well, Scythe, or Hammer. Those seem to be the ones. I think Axe also works fine.
Spear also works really well.
Spear is decent. I think Spear is decent, but I don't think Spear is as good as those other three.
No?
I don't think so. I think the Dead Zones of Spear favor the Chalkums too much.
I agree with that. That's pretty fair. But I think if nothing, we haven't seen a whole lot. What we have seen today is just because they're playing Chalkums does not guarantee a win. Yeah. We literally have one of the best players ever to play the game on Chalkums this weekend, and he's having one of the hardest days I've seen him have in a long time. So I don't think it's as guaranteed as everybody wants to think. We do have Vim 10 Kilos still out here sharking with it, though, and we're going to see how that's going to work out for him. Like I said, we do have Muse and Munir going to be coming up very soon, but I don't know.
Muse?
I don't know where.
Munir? Oh, I didn't realize that. Oh, well, all right. I didn't even know that. They're playing on mainstream right now. It's 2-2. Hold on, Acno Muse. Looks like who got is that 3 stocks on Muse right now?
Yeah, 3 stocks to 2.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I didn't realize Acno was also a Priya. Okay, well, all right. Now I can't root for him. Now I can't root for him. One of the non-Priya players are gonna do. I love Priya, by the way. Snap with the design.
Oh yeah.
I don't even think like. The more I watch at the top level, it's like, yeah, they're good, but they're not like that, you know? Like they are like OD, but they're not like that. And people want to make comparisons to like Release Greatsword. Ain't nothing close to that.
No. I'll say hell no. That was 2020 was a dark time.
Great time for me.
Lambo was loving it. He said great time for me.
Yeah, no, for real. No. Never seen those peaks ever again. Was I boosted? Yep. And I loved it. All right.
They are wrapping up over here. It looks like it's going to be a win for Muse. But a hard-fought battle. It looks like Acno definitely put in work. But, oh, no, that's first stock on Muse. So, yeah, it looks like that's going to go ahead and be a dub for Muse, and then we'll get him moved over here to side stream and say push more buttons.
I mean, this stuff's not over yet. You know, they're still going.
Yeah, they're still going. He's got like a 2-stock advantage.
I know, yeah. Listen, I just said he's going to win the entire thing, so I'm like,
yeah.
You got to,
yeah,
or be one of the top, in the top 2. I would love if Balloon Boy made it there.
Oh,
that
yeah,
would be good.
same.
That'd be good. Anyone winning is a good storyline, but you know, I think the storyline for the weekend is who can stop the OP Chakram users, right? Is kind of the question people are asking. We got Acno over there, another Chakram user. Because we have half of the people playing today are using Chakrams, right? We got Sandstorm on Chakrams, Acno on Chakrams, Bang Kilo on Chakrams, and Wes on Chakrams.
Yeah.
Oh, no, Wes didn't make it.
Yeah, Wes didn't
make it.
Thanks to Vim Kilo.
Yeah, thanks to Bang Kilo. Yeah. So is that 3?
Yeah.
3, and then we got MarkyMoo. Yeah.
And then, you know, if anybody last-ditch effort switches over to try and scrape out a set.
They might. Listen, when you're back against the wall, I get it. But, like, I don't know. That Thor pick,
it looked good.
I was really happy with how that worked out for
it did. It looked good.
Munir.
You know, we kind of questioned it that he was swapping on a win and going to swap off the Taros. But, no, it ended up working out. He saw something we didn't. And did a great job utilizing that hammer kit and the signature kit from Thor and taking care of Sandstorm. Man.
And I will say that, like, I think Thor's hammer kit has more utility than Taros's does. You know, like, everyone loves the Taros hammer and sig, but, like, that bounces off the stage. It doesn't really get you KOs like that. It gets you, like, some cheesy ones off the side. But, like, being able to use, like, a Thor hammer side sig, Taros hasn't really got like anything quite like it. I mean, his hammer side sig will knock you out super quick.
It's got a lot of force,
but it doesn't have that kind of like quick movement as fast as Thor does, and especially that hammer down sig, man. I mean, like, that down sig from Taros is good, but it ain't doing that. It ain't doing that.
No, it's not. It's not putting in the same work. That is for sure. All right, Muse coming off of a win. He is now sitting down on side stream. I got Munir sitting pretty much right here next to me as he is frantically typing things out on his phone. Don't look, guys. He might be typing his password. Don't look. All right, Muse getting button checked over there on his setup. And we're going to get into this in just a second. This could be Munir's going to have a hard time.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
But it's hard for me to say because, like,
it's Munir.
He's X Factor, right? Like,
right.
Either he gets clapped or it's close.
Exactly.
You know? He might even win.
He is one of those players that you could set him down next to the world champion, and I'm like, he could do it.
You say, what day of the week is it?
Exactly.
You ask, what day of the week is it?
Because he definitely has the talent and the skill to do it. It's just a matter of today is the day.
He's sipping some water. He feels good. Muse on the other side there. You know, this should be a really fun set. And I can never stress this enough, but LANs are always so much fun. Like, aside from the fact that, like, you know, you get to see all the people in person, it's like when you get to see South America, EU, NA, all just be in one spot. And, like, at this point, like, you know, the top of the game has been the top of the game for a little bit. There's still people on the rise, but, like, you know, there's always like a little bit of a bubble at the top.
Yeah.
People, you know, they swap a little bit, but, like, it just means you get to see friends that live in, like, international buddies that you don't get to see outside of these situations. And it's always nice when you get to, like, pull up and you get to see, like, someone like Munir and, like, Muse having fun, or, like, Lorz kicking it with, like, I don't know, like Weechabu or something, you know? Like, it's just, like, you don't get that mix. And it's great, man.
No, and this one's
definitely
been special. Like, it's been very tight-knit and just a smaller, more intimate vibe. I think it's the best way to put it. And it's been a great time. It's sad that it's Sunday, but we still pretty much have a full day left. We're just kind of getting started here and have to keep things moving. Looks like Muse is trying to get his monitor in just the perfect spot. He likes it low.
Yeah,
he likes that. That thing is touching the ground. That thing is touching the table, bro.
I mean, I get it, especially if you got, like, a specific posture that you use when you're gaming and you're not willing to sacrifice that posture. You better make the screen move for me.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm the world champ.
You know, it's a little more grassroots at this event. They don't have the big expensive gamer chairs up there. They're sitting in the same chairs that me and Flambeau are posted in.
Which, to be fair, those gamer chairs aren't even good for you.
No, they're not.
At that point, just get yourself a Herman Miller. You know, that will actually be good for your back. These gaming chairs, they just look fancy. Make them look like Transformers and Gundams, but they don't actually support your back.
But that's 25% of your skill.
Yeah, just gone.
Right. All right, looks like they are getting into the lobby, and these boys are ready to go.
Oh, the dubstep is dubstepping. Oh. They took the music away. Oh, it's back. Hey, 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 hey. You know, really got to sell it. 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 I mean, yeah, I got time today.
Flambeau getting it. You guys are getting that. You guys are getting that good bonus content today.
That's why they pay me the big bucks. They say, yo, Flambeau.
Is this why? Is this why they pay you the big bucks?
Can you fly from Boston to Atlanta, start hitting it? And then I'm like, to dubstep, right? That's what I do for the culture. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here.
Not to talk about video games.
No,
never to
that.
commentate Brawlhalla. No.
That.
To dubstep.
Just start hitting it to dubstep.
There we go. There we go.
That's what it's all about. I know this is good. I mean, looks like Munir got his controller plugged in. Muse doing a little bit of a button check over there as well, and I think he's all set. And in just a moment here, I think we'll be hopping into that game number one. There's the thumbs up. We got the thumbs up from Munir as well. And that's it, guys. We better lock in and get ourselves a real fun set. Es la hora para ir.
We're ready.
Let's go.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right. Oh, he said, hold on, I got to move this monitor just one more time, just to make sure.
All right, here we go.
Okay. Where are they going to end up going for game one, you think, Slow?
I don't even know.
We do have Munir back on the Taros, and Muse has been playing this Fate. You know,
that's true. That's true. Which he has been doing very well on his. We saw that first set we watched. His scythe is just on point today.
It's so good, you know. All right, loading up for game one.
The Ghost
Munir
in the Machine.
versus Muse.
I like the title.
Yeah, that's great, right?
What's that from?
I imagine it must be one of the titles you get from the legends themselves, right?
Maybe. Yeah.
I'm like, is that like Magyar's title or something?
It's one of those. I think you're right. All right, as we get into game number one, Muse and Munir. And we're seeing the stomps come out. Munir just trying to get that spacing, trying to catch Muse in a mistake. And there we go, the damage coming out off this hammer already. Oh, what?
Double stomp.
That was a great extension.
Breakfast. Yeah, you know, I mean, we saw him end that set with Sandstorm with the exact same conversion, and he's doing it back to Muse. I mean, his hammer is looking so good. I got to give it up. I mean, when he's getting 60 damage a hit, it doesn't hurt. Yeah. One more stomp there, maybe even, you know, a nice sig, of course, would be more than enough. Muse trying to answer back here, has to play. Ooh, tries to let the shotgun rip. Might have gotten the stock even. Who knows? I mean, on a stage like Small World's End.
He's got this damage brought back, though.
Weapon throw?
Yeah, might even be able to get the advantage state here off stage. So he can try to push it with his orb. Munir is not able to get back on. Sidelight Sarah will delete the stock, and somehow Muse came out on top after that first one.
And I think that's one of the hallmarks of why Muse is so good as a player, right? Like, somehow, it doesn't matter how many times he gets hit, he can just start moving in a way where people just suddenly are unable to hit him, and he just brings himself way back. I never feel like I'm sweating when he's behind like that.
Oh, he was
wanted that last
there.
air,
He
yeah.
wanted it. It would have been good, too. See what he can find, though. Patience is paying off for him.
Ooh, great spacing.
Munir starting to, it looks like he's starting to freak out just a little bit. He's getting kind of overzealous off of these large signatures, leaving himself open to punishing paybacks from Muse, but that will knock that first stock off finally. But Munir is super damaged.
We'll see what his answer is going to be here, but of course, you know, we've been talking about that Taros damage all day. It don't matter when you have so much damage racked up on yourself that you can just have Muse run in there with the Neutralite on orb to secure the knockout. Munir needs to get a weapon again.
There it is, but you just kind of sat back and let him get it.
I mean, if I'm Muse, it's like, it's whatever, bro. I'm ahead by so much at this point. And look at the way he's able to command the ground with that movement as well. Munir having a tough time hitting him. Started off the game and the set extraordinarily well, but now Muse really has him locked in.
Yeah, Muse is really good at making those adaptations. Oh, Munir's making some mistakes. Now he swaps over to Axe. That is not a good sign.
Oh.
He's been so confident on the hammer. Watching him switch weapons this early is kind of concerning. As he weapon throws out, Muse is going to toss him down with the dare. Weapon throw gets dodged through as Munir tries to set him up, but only got the scoop, and then Muse is right there to go ahead and get the punish. Very nice, but not enough to knock out.
All right, yeah, not enough juice, and one Sayer from Muse is all it takes. He's so good at just finding his hits, adding up the damage, and I think the biggest thing about him as well is that, like, you know, there is a certain point in Brawlhalla where you can tell that people are fishing for the knockout. You know what I mean? They start going for the confirms. Sword players start mashing D-Light, right? For Muse, though, if he sees a moment where he can hit you and it's not going to lead to the KO, he's just going to take it. You know, he'll get that nair. He'll get another nair.
It makes the next KO attempt just that much easier.
Eventually it's going to work, you know?
As long as he's continuing to put hands on his opponent, he is getting the job done. We see that a clean to a stock victory. Munir is, get off the phone. We got to lock in, buddy. We got to log in. The answer is not on Twitter, I promise.
Hey, it might be. It might be.
It might be.
Got to check his For You feed.
It might be. We'll see if he found the answer or not, because we're going to drop into Demon Island. No legend swaps.
Let's see, Muse out here cooking. Has the orb in hand. Munir hunting him down with the unarmed sidelights, picks up that hammer. We saw how strong that hammer looked at the beginning of the last game, but now, you know, especially, you know, I think hammer, a weapon that isn't the best at approaching, right? It's definitely much better when people are running into you and you're stuffing them out. But when Muse just sits on the other side and looks at Munir, Munir's like, I'm not really sure, like,
what do I do?
How I make this opening happen for myself. And Muse so great at whiff punishing that, like, you mess up, he really makes you feel it.
Oh, what a weapon throw. That was so well placed from Muse. And I think he's going to get the stock because of it. No, that doesn't push the issue with Munir, and now Munir has the weapon back in hand. It looks like we got that axe. Oh. The D-Sig is going to connect on Muse, and the Sayer as well. Very well played for Munir to start off game number 2.
Yeah. Able to go ahead and secure a little bit of a lead here. We'll see for how much longer. Going to starve Muse as well, has that axe in hand. You know, a side air from Munir will likely knock out. Maybe not from center stage, but from anywhere else for sure.
Catches him. Oh, the weapon throw out.
Sorry.
He does not put that pressure. He does not go out there for the D-Light ground pound.
Oh, this is tough. Side air's not going to connect. Okay, falling side air from Muse, so that's going to work. He needs one more. He's going to hold the corner. Goes for the reverse down air into the stage. That is the Orb Classic. Bouncing it off the rim and securing a knockout on to Munir. They're not trailing behind by too much damage as well. If he's able to get a dodge with the scythe, things should be brought back down to even.
Okay, Munir doing a little bit of uses medicine there.
Right, yeah, just holding the fort.
Just holding it down, holding his ground, and now getting great damage. He's going to try and find his way back up. I don't know if he has the options. Nice. He does. Munir misses going out there to shut it down. Muse now has the orb. Oh no, good damage coming off this Fayette. Those orb attacks are brutal. She is a very strong legend. That is going to go ahead and confirm Munir full stock advantage.
Yeah, okay, I do love that recovery from Muse, using that gravity cancel down sig to get a little bit of extra horizontal distance, but that alone wasn't enough to give him the opportunity to really bring himself back into this match, so he's gonna have to find a way around this Taros here. Otherwise, we're gonna have a pretty even split on the game count. Sidelight Sayer's not gonna be enough. The weapon throw is high, but it's not high enough to hit Munir. This could be a bad spot.
Oh, that's a real bad spot.
He wants to end it right there. He says, you know what, if I land this, I win the game here. I get it, I respect it.
It didn't cost him anything. There was no follow-up from Muse. He just decided to go back for safety. And this is going to be a very, very good last stock flambeau as Muse has this pretty much tied back up. Munir does not have that much of an advantage state. And we're going to see what Muse is going to get done off of this Fayette scythe. Nice D-Light to connect for Munir. He's racking up more damage. There's 2 more. But Muse with the dare going to send Munir off the stage.
Let's see. Munir goes for the downlight here. There's no connection, a neutral air as well to connect. I mean, at this point, you know, he's like couple stomp Sayers away. There's one. The next one's going to be the game. So Muse really needs to be careful that Sayer on his own doesn't have enough juice to outright knock out. But if he gets hit one more time, it could be curtains for Muse here. Needs to get that weapon. Munir with a perfect gravity cancel anti-air stomp Sayer to win the game. It's actually insane. You'll look at Muse in the mid-yellow, stomp Sayer, boom, red, right? We're watching color changes off of one interaction. That's how powerful Taros is right now.
Yeah.
I mean, he's always been that way, but,
yeah, but
more egregiously so.
Yeah, that buff is it's a buff. It is a buff. I mean, really, like, what do you say about it? Like, I'm trying not to like talk smack, but still like it's broken. Like it's too much. There's too much damage off of that weapon right now. And here we go. Oh, Munir going straight for it.
One interaction uses in the yellow. Just like that.
All right, and he's continuing to press it. Muse going to back up, get the landing. Now we're seeing him kind of get into the flow here off of the scythe. And Munir having a hard time getting back on the stage and getting any more damage. Muse almost has us tied up. Munir fighting back unarmed.
Let's see what Muse going to do here. Goes right back to the orb. Sidelight Sayer, not going to be the stock, but does set up positioning. Going to go ahead and back off the center stage. Try to weapon starve Munir a little bit as well. And where's the spawn? Munir's going to be able to get it right here if he wants to. No, actually, Muse fights his way back to stage and is able to grab the weapon before Munir is. But it doesn't matter because Munir's getting a lot done unarmed right now.
Yeah, he absolutely is. It all comes down to if he can get the stock first, though, as he reaches Muse. Sidelight Sayer, that's going to put Muse in the advantage going into the rest of this game. And last time that in game number 1 when that happened, it did not work out well for Munir.
Okay, Munir looking for that stomp, goes for a down sig. It's a good chunk of damage on that one as well. But it's not going to connect. Let's see, Muse down airing. 3 back-to-back, 2 of them connecting. The down air is going to connect from Munir, and then that's going to bring a stock count to even, but not out of this neck of the woods yet. Munir has a damage deficit to make up for. That D-Light's a good start, but there's more to do. Nice response from Muse, gets a 3-piece.
Okay. Sidelight Sayer is going to connect. Muse is looking much better this game. Oh!
Scary stuff. That's Taros right there. That recovery could have knocked out. Muse considered himself lucky.
Yeah, he did. He was still in yellow, so it wasn't quite enough in the damage to get him out of here yet. But definitely woke him up a little bit.
Oh, down air's not going to connect there. Probably would have been the stock for Muse there, but another Sidelight Sayer is going to be enough.
Okay, okay.
Oh, huge opportunity for Muse
wow.
there. No dodge on Munir, yeah. That hurts. Goes a little bit too far, though, with that final Sayer, and it doesn't matter. He's able to get back down. He's used that active input to send Munir into the corner, and Munir just trying to get off the ledge, and Muse is holding his stalwartly.
Nice.
This is some immaculate defense.
Yeah, the great getting that weapon starve there. Munir, okay, he's slowing it way down. We saw the stomp just come out in the wrong direction. Muse fishing for the opportunity. Munir backing up, seeing how he knows he is super damaged, but he is in the knockout range. We're going to see if Muse can go ahead and confirm this up real quick.
But you can see Munir swaps at a hammer. He understands I need maybe 3 engagements and I can win. Muse doesn't give him the opportunity. We're going to game number 4. Muse is up in the set 2-1.
Looking pretty confident. I wonder if we're going to see a swap from Munir. He definitely, he swapped on win, so I think after maybe couple losses on Taros, we might be able to see that door come back out.
Yeah, maybe, right? That could be a good swap. That extra defense could help, and then you still have, you're still hitting like a truck.
Yeah.
But, he's on the character select. He's looking at different things here. I'm like, there's no way you're going to pick Aang, bro, right? There's no way you better pick Wu Shang after these nerfs, bro. Oh, Petra.
I like it.
Petra. So he's giving up the hammer. I thought the hammer looked pretty good today, but he said, you know what?
The Petra's
I need
Bay.
some Hadoukens.
The Petra's Bay.
Shoryukens. And some Tatsumaki, some Pokyaku.
Yes.
That's my favorite one to say because what a move. I think it just translates to like hurricane kick. But there's just so many syllables. Tatsumaki Senpakyaku. It's such a mouthful to say.
I'm getting tongue-tied watching you talk. All right, Miami Dome. Okay. It's going to be a good one. See if Muse is going to be able to deal with this, or if the Petra, the Ryu crossover is going to work out for Munir here.
Let's see what this orb got. That's what I'm more curious about. Because, you know, we did see it on that Thor a little bit, but I just feel like, you know, what the hammer lets you do is it lets you lose neutral more in exchange for kind of getting to use your health as a resource to find big hits.
That's a nasty combo from Munir.
He kind of chunked him, right?
Yeah, he is. He's definitely starting to find his stride already as him and Muse coming down to the final little bit of damage in this stock. Muse, of course, trying to wrap up this set right here, right now. Munir reaching out way far. The punish came a little late, but it did come. Muse finishing off with a neutral sig.
And that's going to be Munir on the back foot by not by a lot here. I think probably has gauntlets here. Go for an end sig or just a gravity cancel sidelight recovery, and that'll be enough to do it. Is he going to want to lean into the orb? No, he has the gauntlets here. I think he's like, I swapped the Petra. I want to at least try them out, see what they do.
Oh, be easy punish for Munir there as Muse let it rip in the opposite direction. Who is going to engage? It is Munir as Muse just dropped it right down into the neutral light.
Yeah, the active frames on that move can really catch people in their movement. Sometimes Munir gets a pretty good punch here as well. Gets a down air to extend as well. That's great damage. Petra also another high force legend.
Yes.
So you do want to watch out when you're getting minced up in long strings like that. But Muse seemingly shaking it off here. Gets the
nice
downer out the corner. Doesn't even go for an extended edge guard. He's just so confident in staying on stage. Because you really want to go off stage against gauntlets?
No.
Really?
No. Especially when Munir has him on his hands.
Gotta watch for the end sig here. Side air is gonna be enough to disarm Munir. In the reverse recovery, the active frame so potent. Gonna go ahead and put Munir against the ropes.
Oh, yeah, he's in a very bad spot. But hey, actually, if he can get something done here and get the stock off of Muse here real quick, orb versus orb, Muse a good string. Nair, nair, Sair.
Yeah, what's the answer going to be here? Just throw out a Hadoken, maybe for the fans? We haven't really seen that signature kit really get any usage
at
here.
all. I don't think he's pulled the trigger one time except there.
The end sig instead. It's not going to connect. Side air gets perfectly dodged through. Oh, and Muse once again with the reversal. Reversal again. This one should not quite. He burned the dodge, yeah. The moment you see him burn that dodge, it goes for another weapon throw. And that's how you seal the deal, because you just have to get that advantage while you can. Just line up the throw, get the guaranteed stuff.
This is super close.
Yeah, Munir needs some unanswered damage here. Oof.
That's not so far, not so good.
And you know Muse is so patient, waiting for these openings, right? If he starts swinging needlessly now, that's how he gives up his advantage. But here's a good string, 3 hits unanswered. Munir still in hot pursuit, doesn't get caught by that as well. Another 2 hits. That's 5 now without Muse being able to give a response.
Yeah, he is building up. Oh,
he survives. Oh, and he's using weapon throws a lot more to zone break, but this one doesn't hit. That orb weapon throw a lot smaller than some of the other weapons.
Oh no.
And this is Petra too as well.
No weapon, no weapon. Muse being so patient.
Whoa.
There it is.
And you got to give it up. I mean, Munir going to end up losing that set, but I mean, he ended the game in what I could call Munir fashion, you know?
Yeah.
Went for a very, weird play, admittedly. Went for dash jump, immediate weapon pickup, gravity cancel, turnaround, end line, right? Only Munir is going to do that.
And sometimes it works out
and those are the exact kind of plays that he does that lets him pop off the way that he does. People don't expect anything like that. Muse is just an extremely patient player.
Oh man, yeah, we looked like we were gonna see an extension on the set, maybe just a little bit, but couldn't quite get it done.
There we go. The world champion secures yet another one.
Absolutely, absolutely. World champion secures yet another one. As we are moseying our way through here. Oh. Oh, wait, hold on. Make sure I got the right game up here. No. That might be what we got coming. I'm not sure, though.
I mean, let's see. I mean, who's I've got, okay, so probably, right? That would be fun.
Yeah.
Balloon Boy.
Yeah.
Halo might be the next thing coming up.
What do we have over here?
It's Lorz Sandstorm.
Oh, yeah.
I lied to y'all.
That's what I thought. That's what it said.
Lorz Sandstorm, but it would have been fun. Get some Balloon Boy. Lorz, Sandstorm. Okay. So hopefully Sandstorm can get a win today.
I really hope so. Like, he is having such a rough day. Oh, man, he's having a rough day. But he just can't seem to the stars will not align for him for some reason.
I mean, there used to be like a whole argument about whether or not you were a choker or like a closer. You know? And Sandstorm historically known to be one of the most clutch players to ever do it. But today, not even like a closer.
No, not so much. He's definitely having a hard time. I would like to see him like switch over to the Mirage or switch over to the Mordex or do something because, I mean, Chakrams just it's not working for him.
It's like, it feels weird to say because it's like Chakrams ain't working. Are they not working? You look at them and you're like, dang, for like 95% of the set, like they're getting the job done. And then suddenly.
Try to recover.
I know. I know.
It's wild.
I know. I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
You can't believe it?
Still, I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
But yeah, we were getting them set up over here. I think we are, I think it is break time. Yeah, look at production telling me. Look at that. I know what's going on.
Yeah,
I follow
2 sets and then
I follow schedules, Flambeau. I follow
you know?
schedules.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shout out to Slow-Mo. He can read.
Yeah. We will be right back here in just a few minutes. We have a couple more sets coming for you from over on Sidestream. Me and Flambeau will be right back. Welcome back, everyone. It is a Flambeau and myself, and just like we told you, we are coming back for some more side stream action. We only have 2 more sets over here for today that is all on mainstream from here on out.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's been a wild day, Slow-Mo, right? We've gotten like heartbreakers. We've had insane clutches. We've had, I guess that last set was kind of one of the more one-sided-ish ones.
That we've had anyway.
Overall, it's been, kind of all over the place in terms of how these games have been looking. But the only thing that has been consistent is that, I mean, these players are playing their hearts out, right?
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, you can see the passion. You can feel the pain, the glory, and everything in between.
For sure, for sure. There's a lot of emotions in this room today, that is for sure. And as we talk about emotions and players, we are watching a Lorz and Acno set up over here, a little South America versus EU action. Yeah,
this is going to be fun because we haven't had a chance, really, to see Acno at all today. And so, like, on mainstream, he was doing the thing. He was playing Priya, so I'm knowing to expect that. But I'm curious about, how South America is going to try to deal with that.
Right. And Lorz is one of those players that I have a little bit of confidence in. We have things like the Kaya. We have things like Yumiko. We have different legends that he could play that would counteract this very well. And Lorz, being such a master of what he does, he's one of the players that I am confident is going to be able to overcome this chakra.
Okay, well, we're about to find out. I'm peeking over for spoilers to see what I see, and I see Priya and...
This is going to be the Dusk.
Okay. The Dusk.
Yeah.
Makes sense. The Dusk, we saw some of that earlier today, and it looked good,
Yeah, he said he was going to play it today when we were talking last night, and so far that is what he is locked in on, and it looks like they are ready to go. We are doing button checkers. Button checkers? No, we're getting right into it. There we go. We see the fist bump take place. And just like that, everyone, we are going to a little 3-2-1 brawl.
All right, here we go. Loading in on Western Air Temple for the start of this. Acno representing EU. Going to go ahead and try to make things happen against Lorz, who had a pretty devastating game against Marky.
All right, there we go. Chakrams in hand. And finally, we're going to be able to see how this neutral is going to break down. Lorz obviously going to play very careful, try to keep his distance, his spacing away from these Chakrams and not let Acno get a hold of him. Looks like he did.
Let's see. Lorz goes for the recovery, but it's not going to find the mark there. Acno in hot pursuit. I mean, these shotguns, we're kind of familiar with how this is going to look like. We haven't seen too much spear into it, though. We've seen maybe a couple yesterday, but otherwise, it's a bit more on the rare side.
Yeah, for sure. Lorz, though, great edge guard. Ooh, Acno being able to get those chakrams in there and break things up just a little bit. Another Sair slap from Lorz. Could not get the pogo, but chased him down with a side sig and got the first stock out of here.
All right, Lorz is here to talk to Acno, saying, please, I've had it with all you Priya players. Beautiful end-sig. I mean, he's been really landing those today, right? Just finding the mark. Such a strong, quick anti-air. Pretty fair amount of force on it, too, and it sets you up in such a nice position on the spear, puts him right in front of you.
Ooh, a little miscalculation on the weapon throw. Leaves him at a disadvantage, but he's able to get up. Acno lets him go over and just get the weapon. I think he was trying to bait a little bit over there. Grabbed a cancel side light with the fused is going to go ahead and send Lorz out on his first stock.
Let's see, dashing around here. Goes for the reverse recovery. That one's not going to connect here. Lorz biding some time, sitting in the corner. What is going to be your answer here? Great string to go ahead and equalize the damage. Lorz trying to find a way down, gets stuffed, I believe, in the startup of a down air and just can't seem to find a way back down. That side air is going to help. Getting chopped up yet again. Can't get back down to the ground.
Oh, that charge side sig again. Lorz so good at extending that signature, getting every little bit of extra damage out of it as possible. Recovery coming back up, whiffing on the neutral sig, but catches the neutral light into side light. Into side sig, and going to take Acno off of that second stock. Lorz definitely wants to buckle down and get that extra credit right now, looking for bonus damage.
Come on here, side light coming out from Acno. That one's going to connect as well. Splits up the chakrams, no surprise there. Lorz fighting his way back onto the stage, goes for a D-light, doesn't get the read on the jump. That's going to make things a little bit more difficult. You can see kind of biding more time on this platform, saying, you know what, maybe it's not bad to slow things down every now and again.
Ooh, nice.
Not enough.
Not quite enough. Now Lorz maybe can get something done over here. The pogo, so quick. Weapon throw. What? That was such a weird interaction.
Sometimes, you know, if they don't want you to win.
No, they sure don't. Lorz being sent out, but that's okay.
Okay.
He's got a whole stock to work with as Acno is juggling these weapons, coming back down onto Chakrams. He also has him primed.
Oh, and the N-Sig again. Not quite enough to get the KO, but one more hit could be all that she wrote.
What?
Side air.
No, not enough off the Sayer. Gonna go see what they can find though.
Nice.
Another neutral sig. That was nasty. Lorz taking game number 1.
Scooping him with that neutral sig and slamming him into the wall.
Sir.
Go ahead and secure that first game. That was good.
It was very well done. We're gonna take a look at these replays real quick. No, we're not. We're VMix be VMixing sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
Like, I know the specific issue. Like, it happens. It happens. It's a VMix thing.
It's a VMix.
It is a VMix thing. As we drop it down into Miami Dome, Lorz being the first one to get that weapon. Spear in hand. Acno now has the Chakrams.
Okay. All right, I like the attempt with like kind of the soft read there with that recovery, but not going to connect.
He is the best dust player in the world. He has hit that neutral signature so many times.
Makes it look easy.
He's the best. He's the best dust player in the world. He's the best.
Goes for it again, right? And it's pretty soft reads as well, right? You miss it, you're not going to get punished too hard either.
Oh, okay. The down signature off the Priya sword is a very, very unique, very situation-specific signature there that Acno was able to land. Lorz, what are you doing?
Oh.
He is just literally just letting signatures fly.
Pogo,
no,
did he touch?
no, Acno.
He did touch. Dang, yeah, just couldn't get that Pogo to connect with him before he touched the wall there, and so he was able to get another chance to get back. But I mean, Lorz still. Oh, okay. I haven't really seen that before. That makes sense, right? You know, you hit him up into the top. Oh, that down sig?
Man.
That one never hits.
Lorz is playing like he knows something we don't.
I know.
Like is this easy? Like, all right, is this just easy?
Oh, went a little bit too low, but he knew. Acno fighting back here, though. I mean,
Yeah,
he's
he
still
tried.
down an entire stock. That weapon throw is going to be good, but it's not going to knock out. Like, Lorz is able to hit him, but he's not able to KO him. And as far as Acno cares, that's all he needs.
Yeah,
he has a stock he can cook.
He's definitely going to want to get a little bit more, though, as he's standing right on top of that weapon drop. Oh, nice gravitational side light to go ahead and wrap Lorz
no
up,
way.
still
Acno's
racking
bringing
the
this
damage.
back right now.
Let's go.
Look at all this damage that Acno's able to gather up. Lorz struggling to find the final hit. Every single hit he's gotten final.
But all of that, Lorz is only in yellow.
I know.
You feel like he hit him 47 times,
That's
bro.
the power of Chakrams, baby. You gotta earn your stocks, quote unquote.
Hit him 47 times. Ooh, nice dare. No follow-up, Lorz. Okay, Acno knew the dare was coming that time. He saw the pogo. Nice.
Okay.
Okay, I'm seeing the conditioning, though. He knows Acno is not jumping into it anymore, that he's falling back, and I'm waiting to see what the conditioning is going for, if he's hoping he's going to fall into the side sig next, or maybe able to lay that down sig out. I'm interested to see how, what he's going to try and use for a knockout once he gets a little more damage on Acno. But then again, that being said, Acno has got himself right back in this game.
Okay. Come on, something. Nice. All right, gets two nairs chaining together. Goes for a side light right as well, but that one's not going to connect. Stuffs the recovery too. I mean, this game is so close considering how much of a lead Lorz had in the beginning of it. Kind of letting this one slip away from him a little bit. A turnaround with the down light coming out from Acno here. Nair, the weapon throw for the aggression. Wants to pick up the spear, and he does, but doesn't get anything else afterward.
The neutral sigs are silly.
Yeah, he's like daring him to jump over.
He is, because you can't jump through it. You're keeping him over on the other side. There's nothing he can do. Weapon throw out. Oh no, Lorz left at a disadvantage here.
Whoa, okay, immediate down sig. Trying to see if he can catch Acno going over the lip of the stage.
using the neutral lights, being very careful.
Weapon throw to force him to the corner. Turn around recovery. I like it, right? At this point, you can tell Acno's playing very sheepish, running away. So I'm going to jump off stage. The fact that you see me running off is going to scare you. A lot of orb players will go for a down air into the wall or something, right? Acno burns the dodge immediately, and then he's able to respond with, ha, fooled ya, comes around with the turnaround recovery to go ahead and secure the stock.
Very nice. Very nice. Acno definitely, it looked like he had a little more figured out this game. Definitely kept things a lot closer than in game number 1. But Lorz just so good on this legend. The way he is able to use that orb, use that spear especially, and just decimate his opponent. But somehow we are already back into game number 3. Let's see if Lorz is going to be able to put a bow on this one right here.
Okay. Oh, chaining these nairs yet again. Let's see. Comes on the stage with the side air. That's not going to connect. All right, chaining nairs yet again. Acno doing what he does best with these chakras, racking up damage and trying to get the KO here. The recovery's not going to be enough. Goes for an N-Sig. A little lucky for Lorz there that the active frames didn't catch him on the tail end there. He got a little close, but didn't get burned by the fire.
Oh, Lorz again.
Oh, and yet again, I mean, I've seen a lot of people try to punish this Chakram side sig with a grounded move when they gravity cancel it, and you got to go for something aerial.
It was a crazy dodge from Lorz off on the side of the stage, keeping things together. There we go, sidelight. Oh, coming with the down sig. Acno stays underneath it, but Acno's signature is going to go ahead and connect, and he now has a lead.
Okay, let's see. Acno splitting their Chakrams yet again. Gonna go ahead and burn that recovery. We've seen a lot of Chakram players do this throughout the day as well, as when they're kind of waiting. Oh my gosh, good damage for their opponent to come back. They'll just kind of throw that recovery as their first burst option, but a nice response from Lorz here. Still needs to get the stock. Guess actually that Sarah was guaranteed into the stage there just because Acno didn't have any other options to touch, but still not enough. Finally, the weapon throw. You're going to need to do like ground pound. Doesn't go for it. Recoveries him up instead.
Nice.
Man, Lorz, I feel like
he's so
really struggling to get these KOs. Like he's having to hit like Acno like 4 extra times and it feels like he wants to. He's doing a good job of making it happen, but it's still, like, it feels like work.
Feels like work indeed. Put these players slowing it way down here. Lorz gets the better part of that interaction.
Let's see.
There we go. Things have slowed way down the pace for both these players.
Yeah, they're definitely, you know, picking and choosing their moments much more now.
Oh yeah, you have to, especially if you're Acno.
Let's see. Pogo.
He puts himself in that position to be right there underneath those pogos, but nice combo from Acno to send Lorz up to the sky.
Dashing away here, goes for the nair. The recovery's going to catch on the tail end, and that one KOs off the top.
Indeed it does. What is Lorz? I forget what Lorz has primed. I think it is going to be Orb. No, he had the spear primed. See if we can get something going against Acno. He needs to get the stock gone right now. Comes back with the Sair. Acno whiffs the nair into neutral sig. Well done, Lorz. Getting things very close.
Yeah, and Lorz doesn't want this one to go to a game 4. Right? A lot of the times you're in a situation like this where you can kind of feel your opponent like clawing their way back to the set, and you're like, I need to end this here, otherwise I might lose the entire set.
Oh.
And then the back here goes for the side light. Nice patience from Lorz here. Has been able to bring the damage back.
He has. Looking very good. Those pogos are working out so well for him. Oh, just getting underneath the dare. Acno is going to land that one.
Goes for the N-Sig. It almost connects. The tail end of that down air is actually going to connect with Lorz. Nice retaliation. Throwing out more N-Sigs because he understands these chakrams keep trying to down air on top of you. That's how he's getting all of these N-Sigs, right? Oh, he can get a confirm here, and that's going to be enough. Lorz is able to 3-0 Acno there, just narrowly getting that side light, D-light in time, just narrowly.
Well done. Oh, we're seeing it. You guys are hearing the crowd right now. This is Munir and MarkyMoo, game of 5. It is coming down to the wire. I know you guys are seeing it on main stage. And, oh my goodness.
I didn't see.
I didn't either.
I didn't catch the end there. But I think Marky was
I think
up
it's
though,
Marky.
right?
I think it's Marky.
I think Marky was up.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he's been having some close sets today, but
They have
he's
indeed.
been a clutch god though.
But here shortly, we're going to be able to go watch him over there.
That's true.
And we're going to be commentating top 4 for
That's
the
true.
for the culture.
For the culture.
That's right.
For the kids.
Yeah.
You know, but good set to Lorz and Akno. I mean, Akno trying to make the Priya, do the thing, but at this point, I've seen the Priyas haven't been really getting the dubs on our stream today. I don't know how Ben Tranquilo's doing, but, I said, I don't know that the weapon's going to win the entire thing, and
No, I mean, but we are in a room full of pros, though.
That is true.
And all they did, I mean, I'll keep it real, all they did Friday and Saturday was sit here and meme. Like, they sat here and talked so much smack about Chakrams and how broken it was and boo, 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 boo. But at the end of the day, they've all had the chance this weekend to kind of lab on it and talk to each other and everything else.
True.
And now we're seeing that just the experience that's in this room being able to counter this impossible-to-beat weapon.
Yeah, no, they definitely have had their time in the lab with each other here.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I saw them. They were playing, double Chakram dittos, at 10 p.m.
Yeah, they were still down here at 10:30 last night just playing on the setups.
Yeah, no, that's dedication, man. But
All right.
good stuff.
We are finally getting that set that I definitely wanted,
Okay.
and we're going to get it as our very last set on side stream today. It's just been me and Flambeau today. All the action's going to go back over to mainstream, but we got Sandstorm and Lorz sitting down at the battle station here, and they are going to get it started for our last set of the day over here.
Okay, and so, me, I'm sitting here. All I've seen is my boy lose today, and so for me, I'm calling the bias here.
Please, can you
I
get one?
just want you to get one.
Can he get
I want you to get
one?
one.
Because if this was a double limb tournament, his day would have been done a long time ago.
Quadro at this point, right? I don't know.
He'd have been gone a long time ago.
We'll find out in just a moment. I mean, the Royale is shaping up to be something quite wild, and I don't know.
There's just good gameplay everywhere.
It's good gameplay.
Everywhere I look, I'm seeing.
I mean, yeah, right.
I'm seeing the projector behind us. Everything's just good gameplay.
They're playing some Tekken. Oh, they got a Leo up there as well.
Yeah.
I'm a big Tekken fan, of course. Over here in Brawlhalla, I mean, all the games y'all seeing, we probably got at least a couple of those characters in Brawlhalla as well, right?
Right.
Yeah. Might have to go talk to SNK to get some of that Fatal Fury in there. Terry Bogard, put it on cross, that might work or something. We'll figure it out, but.
All right. We are just letting them get settled up. Looks like Sandstorm wants a restart.
I'm with it.
Got to make sure it's perfect, especially if the day he's having. He's got to make sure things are perfect.
You hit a certain point where, you just start checking all the variables. All right, I've been this close. It seems like there's something funky in the air. Is it the setup? Is it my controller? Is it the, let me at least try to make things as consistent as I can.
Right.
Let me restart the game. Let me make sure it's fresh, for me to hop in and try my best. And so, relaunching Brawlhalla.
On the other hand, Lorz just sitting here on his phone, just everything's fine.
It's some time. You know what it's time for? Maybe I gotta, maybe he's looking for a song, or maybe he's just, it's a brain rot clock. Sometimes you just gotta. Hey, what's going on Instagram? What's going on with the reels? But I'm sure that's not where he's at right now. I mean, he's got a game to play against one of the best to ever do it.
One of the best to ever do it. Sandstorm sitting down, putting the headset on, and he is going to get locked in here. And I think we are going to be ready to go here very, very soon, as it looks like Sandstorm is giving the thumbs up. He is good to go. He's going to be joining Lorez's room, and we are going to get this on and popping.
Yeah, I mean, of course, based off things have gone so far, I mean, I think he's probably still committed to the Priya for the day,
Might as well.
Because, the question that does arise sometimes is maybe, I don't, because I've been, I've been getting so close that maybe I should just pick something else,
I mean, especially against Lorz. Lorz has already shown him that I can beat your Chakrams.
Quite literally right before this.
Right, that I can beat Chakrams, that it's not going to work against me the way it does everyone else. And at least for game number 1, we are going to see the Priya from Sandstorm.
And was able to beat Acno with it, but does that mean you can beat Sandstorm with it? All these Priya players do. I mean, that is one thing I will give the weapon, is that you're able to tell the different players apart like pretty clearly.
Yeah.
I think that's a good sign for how weapons are designed. It's always not as good when it feels so homogenized and everyone playing the weapon looks the same, you know?
Yeah. Great spot dodge over that neutral sig, by the way. All right, this should be a very exciting set. This one could go the distance.
Oh, okay. And you see, I like this. Lorz using that pogo. Oh, at least I just saw the recovery drop again. That one's a little bit different, though, because he did go into the wall a little bit. But, ooh, and the end sig, and there goes Sandstorm sent flying.
It's an early stock. Lorz still looking pretty healthy on that first one. He's barely getting into orange. Little Dazan mustard look there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one's looking a little rough start for Sandstorm, but Lorz, I mean, looking so good yet again with the spear. Sandstorm's going to have to, try to figure out a way. He doesn't use those six very often, but that was a good call, and right there gets a nice string conversion as well off of the sweat beads that we saw on Lorz. Didn't really have much to work with.
No, that was a great place for the side stick, and it set up the whole rest of that interaction, able to come up and bring him up top, get that stock, tie things back over. But now we're going right back the other direction as Lorz is trying to extend his lead, juggling Sandstorm up in the air, throwing that neutral sig out there. Sandstorm saw it coming, though.
Hey, swatting him away with that side air. Sandstorm trying to get an opening. Nice weapon throw, goes right into the split and tries to convert into more. Doesn't actually pick up that weapon, though, and then gets caught by the signature from Lorz. So Sandstorm sent down to his final stock. Game one.
Man. I mean, I know Sandstorm has a history of, if you should go back and you watch, he always has this thing where he mostly loses game number one. Even in sets where he wins the next three, he always loses game number one for some reason. But I wonder if this is that, or if this is just Lorz getting the better of him here in this opening game of the set. As he reaches in, has spear in hand, neutral sig immediately coming out. Sandstorm saw it coming, though, biding his time, dodging and weaving through Demon Island here, looking for an opportunity to put some more damage on Lorz.
Oh, so far, things aren't looking great. He's one more side air. The weapon throw was tricky, but not able to work on Lorz. I mean, D-Light recovery, nice. Great punish from Sandstorm. Really had to dash there with haste in order to get there in time to get that punish, but he was able to do it.
It's a great punish. Lorz with the Sair. Pogo down. Oh, missed that Sair, but Sandstorm's able to get a little damage on to come back up stage. Side light is going to connect, finishing up with the Sair. Another side light, Nair, Sair. Wow.
Okay, and then just get a side stick from Lorz to say this game's over,
Yeah.
And despite, I mean, you were pointing this out earlier, right? All these hits only brought him to the yellow.
Yeah.
Like one stomp Sair might have done the same thing on Hammer.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting once we get more Chakram Legends into Brawlhalla, and we have, you brought it up earlier, the different stat layouts, and, we get a Chakram Legend that actually has something in the
9 strength Chakram?
something in the attack department, and it's going to be crazy.
Yeah. Especially with after use Chakram, too. That'll really give people some incentive to use it. But it looks like we're going right into game number 2. Sandstorm on the back foot here is having a rough time today, securing some dubs. Lorz, on the other hand, we just saw defeat Acno using the Chakrams and Priya, and is looking to do the same thing again. D-Light? Okay, that's good. I'll take it. That's a good punch.
Yeah, looking oh, Sandstorm knew that neutral stick was coming down, and so he went low, ended up getting a good punish on Lorz for it. Ooh, the recovery is going to get priority over the dare off the Chakrams, and he is sending Sandstorm all the way out to the left side, trying to thread it. There it is, man. He's so good with it. Even if he doesn't hit it, you're not punishing it.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Oh, tries. That's not going to work. Biding his time. Slides on, gets caught, and the jump, chase, dodge, recovery to cover effectively like half of the dodge options there, Like Greatsword has a similar thing. And so, Sandstorm once again on the back foot. Swaps onto the sword here, looking for D-Light recovery. Ended up dropping it back then, but it wouldn't have been enough to KO, I don't think. Trying to secure these edge guards, and Sandstorm's just struggling.
Yeah, definitely. He needs to get the stock off of Lorz. Oh, I can't believe I didn't pull it back. Oh, there we go, and that puts him in a position for an easy punish from Lorz. Got the dodge, though, but only was able to get a dare off of it. Oh, but that side sig is going to go ahead and clean the stage up for him as he sends Lorz off his first stock.
Let's see. Is he going to be able to bring it back here? Needs to rack up some damage. This is a good start. Picks up some chakrams. Is trying to respond to this defensive movement from Lorz as well. Goes for a read with the down air. Doesn't quite work, but he's still in advantage, right? And that's all that really matters. He's built back the damage deficit more or less.
Ooh, nice pogo.
Oh,
Sair.
Oh,
that's nasty. All right. Just like that, Sandstorm on his final stock. Lorz in a position to go up 2-0 against Sandstorm. My boy is not having a good day.
yeah, it's not looking great, but not trailing behind by too much. One more strong hit will get the stock here. Recovery won't be quite enough on its own, but maybe with a nair or a little bit of carry, he'll be able to do something.
Yeah.
Goes for the side light into the down light true combo to force the opponent off stage. And there's the conversion to the recovery to get the stock off the top. And Sandstorm kind of in a similar situation where he was at the beginning of his penultimate stock. So one opening is all he'll need to bring things back to even. Let's see.
Yeah, he definitely does have it back to even. I hope Lorz is just letting him fly right now. He knows that dare is always lurking.
Yeah, really threatening that neutral sig. And even though it's not hitting, it could be an attempt to condition Sandstorm to move in a certain way and then punish him for it later. But Sandstorm here, chopping up a little bit, pulling in Lorz. Goes for the dash jump down air and actually does it with the fuse chakram, right? He was trying to get a quick one, but instead is going to get pogoed for it. I do respect the attempt there because, like, you go for the fuse down air, you're pulling them up, and then you got to Sair them or read the dodge. Yeah, I get it. Just go for the fuse one. It hits them much further away. That's kind of like the idea behind it, right? Just couldn't get it to land.
Sandstorm, he just keeps getting so close. Okay, but Sandstorm right there in his face, but there the reversal. Oh, what?
And not to discredit Lorz in any degree, but I think
Man, there is still so much. Man, there is still so much action left. As it looks like we got MarkyMoo. It has been a great day on Side Stream. It has been a great day on Side Stream. These were some banger matches. Anything you want to say to the fine people of